Hello, everybody. How we doing? Happy Tuesday. My name is Rob. Welcome to the live stream. We do this every Tuesday. I come on here and help as best as I can to answer any questions that you might have, if I have the answers. And you guys have a chance to hang out with each other, with me, have a chat. So welcome. Yes, I've got something new today. Let me pop that right up on the screen right there. Free 30-day challenge. Put yourself out there. What is this? So what it is it's totally free. Like there's no finish this and then you can do that kind of like it's nothing. It's just something that I hope can help people start a YouTube channel, get themselves up on video on their channel if they haven't done that before, if you haven't done that before, or if you have done that, maybe you have a channel, a lot of you here do. It's a way to maybe get unstuck. So the premise is going to gather as many people as I can, put them all into a room, not really, but it's a chat room, right, in Creators Cove, where you can hold yourself accountable. Right? So basically you can introduce yourself in there and everybody else will do the same thing, kind of state who you are and what you're trying to do with YouTube, what you think you might want to do, and maybe you don't even know yet, and that's fine. But I'm hoping it's going to be basically a helpful, supportive group, and I'm going to be in there as well. Right? Helping as best I can. So if you ever have questions, you can ask them in there. Either I or somebody else may answer, share their experiences, and things like that. So that's basically what it is. And I thought it'd be fun to do it like a challenge. And when I first thought, you know what, I should do a challenge on these lives. People have, some of you have said, why don't you do a 30-day challenge, like post one video every day for 30 days. I've seen that before. A lot of people do that around Christmas. They call it Vlogmas, or just a 30-day posting challenge. And that's okay. I mean, actually, it's more than okay. It's great. It's a great idea to help people getting in the groove of posting, right? Get over that fear. That's one way to do it. For me, I don't necessarily think that's the best way to grow a channel, post every single day, because of, viewer fatigue and things like that. But it is good in that it gets you posting, it gets you editing, it gets you filming on camera, and all those things that you have to figure out how to do. So that's good. But I didn't think it fit for my channel because I don't typically tell people to post every day. So what I came up with was just a 4-week program. Called it 30 days. It's really 4 weeks. It's really 5 weeks because this is week 0. Okay, I'm just announcing it today. It doesn't start till next Tuesday. I'm going to go over the details in this live stream, but I don't want to get too far into a monologue before I at least check out the chat and see what's going on here, and I can get more into how that's going to work. All right. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Put QQQ in front of your question, including if you want me to explain this challenge any better. One more thing I wanted to say before I get into the chat is if any of you are watching this on the replay, so not you right now, but now if you're watching it later, because this turns into a video when the live is over. If you're watching it on the replay, you're not too late. Okay, this is just an informative session to let you know what it's all about, how to join, how it works. Okay, it doesn't start till actually Tuesday. But you can sign up now and you should get an email right away. And it'll basically say, yeah, expect another email from me by next Tuesday to kick it off. All right, so ask me any questions that you have and I'll answer as best as I can. So who do we have here in the chat? We've got the Dirt Princess is here. How you doing? I'm going to have to move these over here because of the graphic. And I don't have to have that. Is that too big? Let's make it a little smaller. I did test it, and that QR code should work. That should take you to the sign-up page. Got my camera set up yesterday. Still have to figure out the mic and get editing software installed. Lots of baby steps. Well, you've started. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's where you got to start with the camera. Way to go. Hello, Home Health Harmony. How you doing? Good to see you. Sarah, how you doing? Good to see you as well. 3DP Iceland. Hello, just FYI, 3DP stands for 3D printing. I do videos on 3D printed related content and lots of material testing for 3D printers. Actually, that's useful. Thank you. Because sometimes I see usernames and I don't know how to say them, but 3DP Iceland, I figure maybe you're in Iceland. 3D printing. I'll try to remember that. Let's see. Outdoors with Daniel. How you doing, Daniel? Good to see you. Let's see. Now, let's see. Stopping editing to catch the live. Awesome. I hate to take you away from your work, but glad you could join us. Looking forward to the 30-day challenge. Awesome. So am I. Should be fun. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Heidi, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Let's see. The humidity is so high here in Minnesota. It's actually, I'm sweating here. And, well, actually, I think I might be a bit south of Minnesota. Technically in Nova Scotia, but yeah, it's not that hot here, but it is humid. It's that time of the year, I guess. Hope everybody's staying safe. I understand there's lots of fires down in the States right now, I think in the West, so stay safe, everybody. Hey, Gen X, how are you? It's Tuesday afternoon again, ready to soak up some more wisdom. Awesome. North Idaho. Yeah, always love knowing where everybody's watching from. That's great. So let me know who you are and where you're watching from. Yes, Heidi's in Phoenix. Speaking of the heat, I bet. I can't even imagine. How sick and tired do you get, Heidi, of people saying, yeah, but it's a dry heat? Yeah, I once heard a comedian say, yeah, an oven is a dry heat too, and you don't hang out inside of an oven. Pennsylvania, 94. Wow, that's okay. Yeah, it might be 80 here, maybe. But actually probably not. It's probably high 70s. Jason, you're in New Brunswick. What's the temperature outside? Oh, actually, my watch says 27 Celsius, so that is into the 80s. Hello, Jason. Good to see you here. All right, Joyce is here. How you doing, Joyce? Good to see you. All right. Retired guy in Western Kentucky here from Wisdom from Rob. How you doing, retired guy? And Lily is here. Hello. Great day for a walk while I listen or watch when taking a break. Very good. All right. Nurse Janice is here. Hello. And Catherine is here. And rebounding with Cheryl. All righty. Let me, walks to unwind from Victoria. Would that be Victoria, BC or Victoria in Australia? And there's probably others too, but... All right, let me see. Looking for some questions here. Actually, let me look at where are we at in the live chat? So I'm behind, as you can tell. I'm behind on those. Doesn't take very long to get behind. Oh, Chad's here. How you doing, Chad? Good to see you back. You took a break. I can't remember the last time I got a notification from you. Oh, well, did you get one today? Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people talk about that, and that's, notifications don't necessarily work, even if you want them to. That's just kind of the way YouTube works these days. They'll notify people who've been watching you lately, but if you take a break, I think YouTube just starts notifying you of stuff you've been watching lately. I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a mystery, but I know a lot of people are a little... I don't know if upset is the right word, but they don't love the way YouTube doesn't only send notifications to subscribers. They don't notify subscribers of new videos. Instead, they're well, maybe not notifying, but putting the thumbnails in front of people that they think want to watch, whether they're subscribed or not, right? That's the big thing. So that has changed. Yep, I got one today. Just finished uploading my next video. Way to go. Oh, awesome. I'll check it out. All right. Morning all from Colorado. Good morning. Hello from overcast Southern California. Very good. Hello. Put your editing down. It's time to start. Audio is good. Thank you, Scott. I never asked, did I? Wow. So this would have been 14 minutes into this. I've done it 12 minutes before. All right. Let's see. I caught your notification on the live podcast. Awesome. Thank you, Gen X Angle. All right, let me plug in the 3 Qs and see what we get here. All right, talk with MSH. Hi, Rob. Thank you for your encouragement. Oh, I can press that and put it up here. I posted my first video today. My question is, how do I promote my page as a new creator? Will shorts or community posts help? Careful with the word promote, only because YouTube uses that word as a service that they offer that you could pay money for to push your videos out. And that's not something I recommend you do if you're trying to grow organically, if you're trying to grow a channel from people finding your stuff. So I wouldn't do that, but things you can do, yes, community posts is a great idea to let people know what. I mean, yeah, if you've just started, then your community posts may not reach many or any people. Honestly, the best way is to make another video. And that's the honest to God truth. You make a video, then make another video, right? And try to get into a groove of making videos. That is the single best signal you can give YouTube that you exist, right? And as long as all of your videos are targeted towards the same audience, or put another way, in the same niche, then that YouTube will be better at finding the right people for you, okay? And then once you start getting subscribers rolling in, community posts might help more, right? And what's the other thing you mentioned? Shorts or community posts. Shorts, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing shorts right out of the gate if it's a long form channel that you want to make. Okay, if you want it to be long form videos that drives your channel, shorts are a great way to support the long form videos you already have. But you want to be careful with the shorts, because if you start doing really well with the shorts and getting subscribers from the shorts, that may hurt your ability to grow, or to get traction with your long form videos, because a lot of shorts viewers don't watch long form videos. Not everybody, but some. Right? Whereas it quite often does go the other way. Long form viewers quite often do watch shorts, right? So, but it doesn't always go the other way around. So shorts are great. Like if you have a few videos on your channel and you want to make a couple shorts that are clips from within one of your better performing long form videos, I think that's a great way to maybe stay in front of the people who do subscribe to you. So, but post another video. That's the best thing you can do. Once you monetized on YouTube, do you have to create a registered company in order to be paid? I'm in Victoria, BC. Okay. No, you don't. You can be paid personally, right? It all depends on how you want to set it up. It's probably eventually you'd probably want to talk to an accountant about that, depending on how things work, in your location where you live. Rules for you are probably very similar to rules for me because I'm in Canada as well. In my case, I do run mine under a business, right? I have an incorporated business, and therefore that business has a bank account, and it's that bank account that I want to get paid in, right? But you don't have to do that. I've had the business set up for a long time, and I did other things, online stuff, before YouTube, so it was already set up. But there are good reasons for setting up a business. Like if you want to keep your YouTube activities separate from your personal activities, right, you could do that, and it just keeps things nice and separate, but it does mean you have to pay, service fees for another bank account, right, a business bank account versus your personal one. Or you run it as a personal thing, right, and you just get paid personally. And if you do that, then it's, you'd probably want to track things in a spreadsheet, like, here's all the money I'm bringing in. Maybe also track all the money you're spending to bring in that money, right? Like YouTube subscriptions, like Canva subscriptions, your video editing software, whatever it is, your camera, whatever it is you have to buy to do YouTube. Keep track of that stuff, because you can subtract the cost of your expenses to do YouTube from the revenue you get from YouTube, and you would only pay tax on the difference if it's positive, okay? Again, that's the way it works in Canada. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works in the United States as well. But whoever's listening to this, you should check how it works in your country. And I'm not an accountant, so I'm not signing off on any advice that I'm giving here. It's Do you think short form videos should have their own channel and long form on a different channel? So I just talked about that a little bit, but this is a question posed a slightly different way. Maybe it all depends on what you're trying to do. What is your goal, right? Answer that first. Like once you know what your goal is with your channel, if it's to grow a long form channel right, just grow a channel. If you want to be more than just a shorts channel, then focus on your long form videos. I would focus on whatever it is you want. Okay, so if it's primarily long form, focus on that. Don't worry about the shorts too much. If you want a shorts channel, you want to primarily focus on that, then focus on that. Don't worry about the other. You know, some people say, yeah, you should keep them separate, 2 separate channels, especially if they're going to be about 2 different things, the shorts and the longs. But I hesitate to suggest that to anybody because growing 1 channel is hard enough, let alone growing 2, right? So I think the better way forward is just to like stay focused on what it is you're trying to do and make the appropriate content for that, whether it be long or shorts, right? So that's my advice there. Rob, will you make up a common hashtag for everyone doing the challenge to use? Yes. You know what? I'm late to the hashtag game. I don't use them that much because I'm not a Twitter user. Like, and I know that's kind of where they kind of leak into YouTube and Facebook and all that too. But so, anyways, yeah. If there's going to be a ball that I drop, it's probably the hashtag ball. But yeah, sure. And probably I should have put this in there. So let's go with hashtag put yourself out there. All right. And I'm going to write that down. Put yourself out there. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll put that on the video that I'm going to make for tomorrow. Let's just write this in here. Hashtag put yourself out there. There you go. Thank you for the idea. Do you ever get FOMO, fear of missing out, when you're recording your videos when you started? By the way, you can definitely call me Bavid. BA-Vids was the original name, but I like the way you say it way more. Bavid? All right. Do I ever get fear of missing out when you're recording your videos when you started? When I started making videos, fear of missing out. Oh no, I wouldn't say, I don't really know what you mean by that. You know, sometimes I will finish recording a video and I'll say to myself, crap, I forgot to say this, or I forgot to say that, or whatever. Like that happens all the time. Like that happened yesterday. I made a video yesterday. It's like, man, I wanted to say this and I didn't, but oh well. You know, nothing is ever going to be perfect. So you just move on and you try to do better next time. That's the way I do it. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's the question you meant to ask, but I hope that helps. Liz, how you doing, Liz? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. I notice you now talk about Claude. You also still use ChatGPT. Why did you move to also use Claude? Great question. The why is I watched a video of a friend of mine and she was talking about Claude and Claude Cowork and Claude Code and all these things that you can do. And I just kind of went down that rabbit hole and I started watching other videos about it. I watched a great video by Ali Abdal about it, specifically Claude Code, not so much the Cowork. I haven't got into that yet. And I ended up going down a rabbit hole and I love it. I mean, it's eye-opening and I'm going to make more videos about it if you guys want me to. But to back up a little bit, Claude by itself, the chat part of it, and ChatGPT, they both do the same thing, maybe slightly different ways, and maybe they word things slightly differently. But remember, if any of these AI tools words things in a way that you don't love, you can give it instructions for like going forward. You know, stop explaining things to me so much, like brief it down, will you please? And you put that in the instructions and then from then on, it will, right? So you can teach it as you go. But regardless, I still have ChatGPT. I still pay for ChatGPT and I considered canceling it, but then I thought, well, no, it's probably useful to have both just to compare sometimes to see, and that might be a future video too, like ask both of them similar questions and see what the differences are. Right. So, but Claude has Claude Code, which is basically you talk to it and say, design me this, and it will. And it's fascinating. And the way I've been using it is not just using Claude Code. Like Claude Code will write code. Like you tell it to build you a website, it'll build it, right? You don't have to code. It does it in the background. If something doesn't look the way you want it, say, yeah, that's great, but move that here, move this there. I wanted more buttons there. I wanted another image here, whatever, and then it'll do it. But what I found is a better way to use it is you have two windows open. You got Claude Code open, and then you get Claude open, like Claude Chat. And I use Claude Chat as my assistant and say, hey, Claude Chat, I want to make a website. Great idea, Rob. What do you want it to be about? Well, I want it to be about this, and I want you to give me the right prompts to give Claude Code so that it builds me exactly what I want. Can you first interview me and ask me the things you need to know to give Claude Code the right prompt? And then Claude Chat said, sure thing. All right, here are your questions. Answer these as best as you can. And we go back and forth, maybe for an hour, right? And then it finally says, I got what I need. And then it'll write the prompt. Go plug that into Claude Code and see what it gives you. And I do. It works. It does its thing. It spits out whatever it spits out. And I will kind of, you can look at the code if you want, and it'll open up a window where you can test it and all that stuff. And then you can say, okay, it doesn't work this way, it doesn't work that way or whatever. And then you could actually screenshot what it gave you, plug that into Claude Chat and say, this is what it gave me. I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this. And it'll say, oh, yes, okay, that's a pretty good first start. But, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, you want it to do this? Okay, well, here's a revised prompt, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, sorry for the long-winded answer. You might be able to tell that I get a little bit excited about that because I just think it's so cool. Scares my son a little bit because he's a software developer and he sees, whoa, like 2 weeks ago, Dad, you needed my help to code things. Now you don't. What's going on? So, right? That's kind of the way it goes. So anyway, yeah. So that's why, and I'm still going down that, and I'm building a tool that I'm not quite ready to announce it yet. I've got a couple people testing it for me, and I'm doing that completely with Claude Code. So anyway, there you go, Liz. Long-winded answer for you. I hope that helps. But now, let me talk a little bit about this challenge, okay? I want to put something else up on screen just to kind of explain it a little bit better. Can't really see me, but this basically describes what it is, all right? So it's a free 30-day challenge to help you finally get on camera and publish real videos. So yes, get on camera. That's part of this challenge. Whether you haven't started yet or you're stuck, okay? So that's important because in trying to figure out what this challenge was going to be, I wanted to make sure it's something that everybody could participate in. Not because I know my audience here, you guys are made up of people who have started and have ongoing YouTube channels and you're posting all the time. Some of you have started, but maybe you're stuck and you don't like the results you're getting, or maybe you haven't posted in a while. And some of you are here who have never started, okay? Some of you are here and have started, but have never put yourself on camera. Okay, so this is something that all of those groups, if you're in any one of those groups, you can do this. So what it involves is by the end of 4 weeks, actually 5 weeks from now, this is week 0, okay? By the end of that, you will have 3, if you complete the challenge, 3 videos on your YouTube channel, uploaded on your channel, all right? Why 3? No, why not 4 for a 4-week challenge? Well, I figure some people might need an extra week to get going. Okay, so this week, we're talking about it. I'm kind of laying the groundwork. This is what we're doing. Start thinking about what you might want to be able to make what you might want to make videos about, okay? Don't get hung up on the niche, okay? And maybe if you have a niche, then okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Keep doing what you're doing if you want. But those of you who are maybe thinking, you know what, no, I want to pivot. I want to make videos about that, but I don't know. Don't worry too much about that. Just think of something that you can make 3 videos about, okay? And you know what? If you stray from that and your 3 videos are all talking about slightly different things, that's okay too. That's not really the point of this. And to make you feel a little bit at ease, if you don't have a niche when you start a channel, you are not permanently harming your channel. You can come out of that, all right? When I started this channel, I made videos about stuff that had nothing to do, well, very little to do with what I make videos about now. I pivoted, right? When things weren't working as well as I wanted them to, and I wanted to get more traction, I wanted to reach more people, I changed directions. Okay, so don't think that whatever 3 videos you make in this challenge, actually, let me just take this off screen because there, just for a bit, I'll bring it back. Don't think that just because you're doing this challenge, you're going to handicap yourself going forward with your channel. Don't think you're gonna, now you have to make videos about this forever. Like that's not it at all. So week 0 today, I'm announcing it. The form is live. You can sign up for it. You can either scan the code on screen. I tested it. It worked for me. Hopefully it works for you through the live. If it doesn't, let me know. Or I've got a link in the chat in the side. That would be over there, I guess, in the live chat. I pinned a chat comment, a link there, or in the description below. You can click the link there. If none of those work, send me an email and I'll send it to you. You won't find it on my website. I just created it as a landing page. So yeah, so this week, start thinking about it. What are you going to make videos about? Next week in the live, I will basically hit the ground running. All right, week 1. And I'll tell you right now, for week 1, the only homework, I guess, or suggestion that I will give you for week 1 is make a video and make a video of yourself talking on camera, not to post, right? It's a practice video. Okay, so week 1 is make a practice video. If you want to make a real video and upload it, go for it. That's totally fine. But for you, those of you just starting and unsure about getting on, thank you, Heidi. QR code works. Thank you. Right, just use week 1 as a time to post, to get on camera. And just use your phone. All you need is your phone. You don't need a camera. You don't have to go buy equipment for this. I don't want to put any roadblocks in front of anybody. You don't need new cameras. You don't need lights. You just need yourself and your camera and something to talk about, right? If you want to give yourself some bullet points so you stay on form, that's fine. It's totally fine. You can even hold them up and kind of read from them like this on camera if you want. That's totally fine. People don't mind that. They really don't. Okay, so that's week 1. Week 2, 3, and 4, you're going to post 1 video each of those weeks. So that by the end of week 4, you will have 3 videos on your channel. Okay, so one more thing about week 0, and I'll fire this back on screen again. Just to getting set up, like maybe you don't even have a channel yet. Maybe you don't even have a channel yet, and if not, create one. I mean, if you're here, you have an account, so you have a channel. You could activate it, and maybe put your avatar in if you haven't yet. If you don't have an avatar, you can do that. If you want to put a channel banner up, you can do that. I recently made a video on how to do that if you're stuck there. But don't let any of that stop you from recording. You don't technically need an avatar or a channel banner to actually post a video. Right? Your about section, if you want to type something in there, you can. And again, if you get stuck on any of these things, that's when you can reach out to me or anybody else in the group here in Creators Cove, which is kind of part of this. I created a custom room in there to chat about this, and you'll be able to get your help there. All right, so did I cover everything on this text? Kicks off July 7th. That's next Tuesday. Scan the code on screen or grab the link. Yep. There you go. All right, so that's that. Whew. Let me take a drink. Did I cover anything? If you have any questions about how this works, let me know. Monkey Wrench, yeah, 3 videos on 1 topic. If you can. Again, I'm trying not to put roadblocks in front of people. So if you make 2 videos on 1 topic and then you can't think of anything else to say about what you were talking about, your 3rd video can be about something else. Like, the whole point of this is to create YouTubers, to get you going. Give people a push. If you are already a YouTuber, but maybe you're not as successful as you want to be, maybe you're not monetized yet, maybe you're stuck and your views are way down, maybe use the next week and a half or so before the week 1 real post, first video. Use this time to maybe sit down and do a little brainstorming and just try to figure out what it is you could make videos about. Maybe treat this as a little 3-video mini-series that goes on your channel, right? It can still be about what you normally talk about, but this is maybe a part 1, 2, 3 or something, right? Just an idea. But let me know what you think. If you have any questions, just let me know. Oh yes, okay, Scott. So no faceless videos for the challenge. Correct. That's all part of the challenge. and I know some people aren't going to like that, but you guys probably know I'm all about that. I'm all about putting yourself on camera. I answered several comments today on my videos from people that said, yeah, I've been posting for, well, I'm thinking of one in particular. I've been posting for years, like 5 years. I've got hundreds of videos and I don't even have 100 subscribers. Like, what's going on? And I actually went to the channel and checked it out, and you know, no face there anywhere. I think it was mostly gaming. I don't remember that part, but it was not a channel where somebody had their face on camera. And I know that's not the only way to make channel. Like, you can be successful with a faceless channel. It's just that's not what I teach. It's not what I'm good at, right? I grew this channel with my face. And so that's what I talk about. That's how I can help you. Anybody who wants to make a channel similar to mine, those are the people I can help the most, right? I'm not as well versed on how to grow a gaming channel without your face on it, or any channel without your face. I've got some ideas, like you have to be unique in some way, and you know, but I haven't done it, right? So it's hard for me to talk about it if I haven't done it myself. So yes, thank you for that, Scott. Jason says, the reason I'm getting into the challenge is my consistency is my challenge. I haven't made anything in 3 months. It's driving me crazy. So this should help keep me honest and get me back in gear. That's perfect, Jason. That is perfect. And I hope this helps you do that. Yeah, because many of you may have heard that YouTube likes consistency. And that's true. But some people will also say, well, what does it mean by consistent? Like, how do I have to talk about the same thing all the time? That helps. Do I have to post on the same day every week? That might help. Don't know, really. Do I have to post the same time every day of the week? Probably not necessarily, but you know, there's all kinds of different ways to look at consistency. If I'm honest, if I want to see somebody succeed on YouTube, I will suggest that they post at least 1 video a week. Every week, don't miss a week. Now, if you miss a week, you miss a week. Just do something else instead. Maybe throw up a community post and say, hey guys, sorry, no video this week. I'll be back next week, right? If you treat it like that, if you almost treat it like an appointment, that's how you grow. Like, that's how you grow. Now, maybe you want to do 2 a week. Maybe you can do 3 a week. Like, whatever it is you figure that you can do, just stick with it, because YouTube loves it. And it's not that YouTube loves it. I mean, it kind of does, but really the people watching your videos like that. They like consistency. And it's not that they actively like it. It's they're subconsciously liking it. And that is something that I don't know that I've ever put it that way before, but you know, like you get, as a viewer, okay, I watch videos. As a viewer, I will get used to I watch at a certain time every day, right? There's a certain time of day that I go on YouTube. And I think a lot of people are like that, right? And, you know, so if there's a certain time I go on YouTube all the time and there's certain people's videos I typically watch, then if they show up when I'm online, right, good chance I'm going to watch it. If it's about what I want to watch, right? So it's all about keeping your viewers or potential viewers happy. It's what they like. They will pull from YouTube what they want. So if you're in the background being as consistent as you can, that just increases the likelihood that your videos are going to get in front of the people that YouTube thinks they should be in front of, and your channel will benefit from that. And your video will benefit, and thus your channel. All right. All right. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Good to see you. Early over there in New Zealand. Yep, I'm with you on this. Awesome. You talking to me? Hi, Rob. I'm here. Hey, Tech Talk. How you doing? Good to see you. CL is here. Hey, CL. I enjoy editing once a week. It's documenting the creation of the artwork. Awesome. That's cool. Awesome. Yes, I think that's a great goal, Heidi says. One video, your thoughts about one thing, whatever length that natural is. Jason, yeah, great advice, Heidi. Glad to hear consistency is not set. I sometimes struggle with too longs a week as I have been posting for a few months. Yeah, so again, it's what your viewers get used to. If you're posting 2 long form videos a week and you're having trouble sticking up with that, keeping up with that, then maybe 1 a week is the cadence that works best for you, right? Because you got to watch burnout. You don't want to burn yourself out. Just do what you can comfortably. And if you but if you can normally do 2 a week, but there's just a week or 2 here and there that you don't, or you're not able to, a quick little community post to your community would help with that in lieu of the extra video you don't make that week. Hey Terry, how you doing? Do you content batch? What is your strategy on that? I do not. I have in the past. So if I go back to, it was actually before I got monetized, but one of the things that I think helped me get monetized, when I was making 3 videos a week, and they were tutorial style videos, and every video had kind of consistently like the same parts, like an intro, a body where I share my screen, and an outro or an ending. Yes, I did batch some then, and it helped, right? It helped. Fast forward, I don't know, 6 months later, when I had already made my niche shift and started talking about YouTube more, I tried batching again with walk and talk videos. I went out for a walk and I filmed 5 videos. And I came back and I edited them. And yes, the whole process was faster, and I was able to schedule some. And several I posted like day after day. Like I would post one every single day for, I think I went 12 days with posting a video every day. September of 24 is when I did that. And so I kind of did it as a test. The batch recording, see, what I learned is if I batch record like that many videos where I'm sharing my thoughts, walk and talk style, they're not all going to be good. Like the first one will be the best, and then the rest suffer. Because, part of the reason why I think my walk and talks work is I have one thought in my head when I go outside, and it's got to be in there, and I got to think, okay, how many different ways do I want to talk about this? What are the things I want to talk about in this video? And if it's not up here, then maybe I have to have my iPad with notes, or a cue card or something with notes. But as soon as I try to focus on more than one video for one trip outside, the second one's not going to do well. That's just what I've noticed for me. So yes, it can help speed up the process, but the quality of my content suffers when I do it. So I don't do it anymore. All right. Teddy Bear Academy, would it be a problem if you plan on once a week, but occasionally release 2 a week? No, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. It means you're still showing up weekly, right? You can look at it, your viewers would look at that likely as, oh, a bonus video this week. How great, right? So I think that's totally fine. Being inconsistent to me would be like if you go weekly for, say, 4 weeks, and then you disappear for 2 months, and then come back and maybe you go a video this week, week 2, week 3, and then you're gone for another 4 weeks, right? That's inconsistent, and it's almost like you're jumping on the bike, you give it a couple pedals, and then you stop pedaling, and then you're not going anywhere. It's like any momentum you start to build up goes away. So that's the danger of not being consistent. So, treat... one saying I heard once, or I said it and then liked the way I said it. I think I must have heard somebody else say it, but it was, don't ghost your viewers, right? Don't ghost your viewers. Don't say, hey, I'm here, then nothing for weeks, right? That's, they'll forget you, right? Especially if you're just starting out. Now, if you've been doing YouTube for years and you've got, tens of thousands of subscribers, lots of people, watching your content, and then you go quiet for, a month or 2 or 6 or whatever. When you come back, you may have a significant number of people saying, oh my gosh, you're back. Awesome. Where'd you go? But there's going to be a portion of people who don't come back because you were gone and they've forgotten about you. And maybe they were fringe subscribers at the time anyways, meaning, yeah, they liked your stuff, but it's not something they watch all the time, right? If you ghost those types of people, you may never get them back. But your super fans, the ones who watch all of your content, they'll be like, wow, thank you so much. You're back. Awesome. Where have you been? Right? So anyway, just a couple things. You almost have to try to put yourself in the minds of your viewers and try to think like they think. It's a hard thing to do. All right. I know I'm missing, the live chat here is active today, which is awesome. Thank you. So, but I've missed stuff. I just scrolled back up. I'm going to see what, if I can just, okay, I got that question. Let's see. The Aging Runner. How you doing? Late arrival. Hello all. Can I get in the drawing if I've already posted a few videos, including a 5-video series? 100% yes. And it's not a drawing or anything. It's just a challenge. Sign up for free. Okay, one thing I did leave out. So I'm going to run it kind of through these live streams weekly, post updates. And now here's what to work on this week and so on and so on. But I'm going to have emails as well. Not a lot. I promise, not a lot. But there will be an email probably Tuesday. You guys let me know. How many should I send? Like just on the day of? I was thinking on Tuesdays before the live stream, like week 1. Here we go. And then maybe one towards the end of that week. Okay, so maybe 2 emails a week through these 4 weeks. That'd be 8 emails. Is that horrible? I don't love getting spam myself, but I'd like to think this isn't spam because you're signing up for it. But let me know what you think. What is acceptable? What is an acceptable level of emails to receive throughout the course of this? Okay. So there's that. What else did I want to say? There's something else I forgot. 2 additional live streams. So what I think I'm going to do is I've written down July 10th and 17th. Those are either Thursdays or Fridays. What are they? They're Fridays. It might be Thursday that I actually do it, but we'll see. So I'm thinking the times that people are going to maybe need the most help is earlier on in this challenge. So what I'm going to do, so next week, I'm going to go live on Tuesday like I normally do, but I'm also going to go live again either Thursday or Friday. I'll decide on Tuesday, but I'm leaning towards Friday. If anybody has any additional questions, you can come on and join, right? It's not something you have to attend at all. You could always watch the replay if you want. I don't anticipate those ones being any more than probably an hour, whereas these are often more than 2 hours. So a bonus one, July 10th on the Friday, and then another one July 17th, which is you're in your first week, get a video posted. And that'll be the last live, that Friday the 17th. That'll give you the weekend, if you hadn't done it at that point, to finish up your video and upload it. And then you can come and report back on the 21st. So there you go. Does that generate any questions? FYI, Canada goes to round 16. Yes, they do. Yeah, I don't usually watch a lot of soccer or football if you are in Europe. Is it only Europe that calls it football? We call it soccer here in North America. But like Karen, in Australia, what do you call that game where you kick a ball around with your foot and try to score it in a big net? Do you call that soccer or football? But yes, Canada is into the round of 16, which they've never been there before. So hooray. That was an exciting game too. And again, I don't watch a lot of soccer, but I watch a lot of it every 4 years. All righty. Wow, you're from Canada as well. It makes more sense. Don't think you're family, but very familiar. Don't know what that means. Hello, Ben. Let's see now. Let me see. Lonely in Truth. Great timing for me to join the challenge. I'm all in. Awesome. Posting about 3 videos a week and doing my own challenge to edit very little. Is less editing a thing now? People like the storytelling. 100% less editing. And yeah, that's actually a good question. Is it a thing? I feel like it's been a thing for a couple of years now. It's almost like there's been a wave of people being successful on YouTube without any heavy editing, right? They get on their phone, turn their camera on, they record themselves talking to their phone, upload it to YouTube, and they do amazing, right? So it's kind of highlighted the fact that today, you don't need to do any heavy editing to get the views. Like the quality of your video in terms of how well is it edited, how do you have things flying in and out? Do you have lots of sound effects, jump cuts, B-roll, and all these things you can do to spice up your videos? How important are they? At the end of the day, they're not important at all if you don't need them to get people to watch your video. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. If you don't need anything extra to get people to finish watching your video to the end, then you don't need it, and your video can do as well as videos that are heavily edited. Okay, it's only if you think maybe you might start to lose people with whatever it is you're talking about that you might want to throw in some B-roll, throw in some on-screen text, throw in a little sound effect. Right? That's when that comes in. But those who were YouTubers, say 10 years ago, got used to the heavy editing and the proper way to do it and the nice graphics and the animations and all that stuff. And it all looks pretty and it's great. And it probably works for people. But what you have to weigh is how long does it take you to make stuff like that? Like to me, it would take forever. And it's just not worth it, right? If I lose a few viewers, but I can make a video in a morning, like from start to finish, it's up on YouTube, that is worth way more to me than lots of heavy editing and animations that might take me a week to make. And probably I'd have to outsource some stuff to some people to make for me, to put in there, right? So yeah, it's not, your story or your message is far more important than, making your video look like a polished TV miniseries, right? Something that you'd watch on Netflix or something. So I hope that helps. All right, I answered that one. I answered that. Oh, Lucy did her first live. That's right. You were talking about that last week. Did my first live on Sunday and the tech worked and some people showed up. Awesome. An amazing breakthrough. Thanks, Rob, and the community for all the encouragement. Congrats, Lucy. That's a huge accomplishment. That's awesome. So that's the thing. When you do your first, I think, maybe you can confirm, you understand that maybe it wasn't as big a deal as maybe you were making it out to be. Not saying you were, but a lot of people make it out to be a big deal to go live. But once you do go live, and then you're done, like the feeling when I finished my first one was, I was ecstatic. It's like, wow, that worked. I did it. And oh, by the way, now there's a video on my channel that I just did live, and now it's a video people can watch, even if nobody showed up, right? So yeah, congrats, Lucy. That's awesome. Proud of you. Jason, first signed into the challenge, post on Creators Cove. Rob, sign up, folks. Awesome, way to go. Thanks, Jason. So let me just check one thing here. I'm just going to do a refresh. So yeah, as part of this, and I don't know how many people, okay, yeah, I'm starting to get some. So yeah, Creators Cove is my free community that you can join. It's basically a collection of chat rooms where you can ask questions, you can be supportive to one another. And I've had that for about a year and a half now. There's 1,947 people in it right now. Not right now, but have joined. And so, yeah, I created a room in Creators Cove for this challenge, and I called it the Put Yourself Out There Challenge Room. So you can go there. So if you've never signed up for Creators Cove, when you sign up for this challenge, you'll get a Creators Cove email too, because you need to be able to log in there to post in there. Okay. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to, and you could just rely on, the emails and what we talk about here in the lives. Okay. But that's just another place you can go between these lives and between the emails to ask people questions, ask me questions. check out what other people are doing, right? So that's kind of part of it. That's the accountability part of it. You can have trouble with that word. Yeah, once you put it, on the internet, yeah, my name is Rob and I'm doing this challenge and I'm going to make videos about, how to sail. Once you put it in there, it's there. And other people may answer and say, way to go, Rob, you can do this. I'm pulling for you, or whatever, right? So I think that's kind of a cool little part of it. We'll see how that goes. Again, I've never done this before. I've never run a challenge like this before. It's the first time. So we'll see how it goes. And if you guys enjoy it and if you think it's helpful, I may do it again. Alrighty. Creators Cove, I'll have to find that. Yep, there's a link in the description below of all of my videos to join Creators Cove, free community of basically beginner YouTubers over 40 is the way I've kind of framed it, although we don't check anybody's ID, so that doesn't matter. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Good to see you. Gary Hardy Official. Hey, Gary, your challenge has come along just at the right time. I've been putting off starting my YouTube channel for a long time. I have it set up and ready. Perfect. Perfect. You're ready to go. Good luck with it. Let's see. Thank you, Rob. I spend hours sometimes editing and crickets and throw out an unedited video from, yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing. You really, like you could literally go to your car, grab your phone. Where's my phone? Oh, it's over here. Grab your phone, turn it on, like press record on a video and talk to it for a few minutes and then press stop. Your video's done. You don't even have to edit anything. And some people would argue, and I believe this, that even though if I do that, yeah, I clean up my intro, I might put B-roll there and I might fade the end and stuff like that. But do I have to do that? No. And in fact, maybe I should just to prove it to you, and we'll see how it does. I'll make a video where I just press record and I start talking and I talk for 5 minutes and then I'll stop and I'll post it. Zero editing. And we'll see, right? Some people really like that, right? It's somebody talking to them. We're hanging out. I'm being real. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I had to press start or whatever, record on my phone. So this is the setup that I use. And I won't even use my mic. I won't even use the mic I usually use. So let me get rid of that for a second. So this is the setup I use, just a selfie stick, okay, which, doubles. I can open this up and it can be a tripod, but for my walk and talk videos or sit in car and talk, this is all I use. And I usually extend it about that far, about 4 inches out or so, 5 inches. And I put my phone on it and I always look at this end, right? I've told you before, but if you're new here, you don't know this, but I always use the rear camera. So I'm not tempted to look at my face and my eyes on the selfie camera, because if you do that, you're not looking at the lens, which is way over here at the end, right? So that's number one, right? And you just focus on this part here. You look at the lenses. That's number one. Number two is, on the iPhone anyways, that's a far better camera than that, okay? And all you have to do to prove that to yourself is look at those lenses, right? They're sticking off the end. I mean, they're still small compared to like a DSLR camera, but it's a far better lens than this one. Even though they're both, 4K if you want them to be, there's just, there's a difference. So I always use that. So yeah, and then just talk to it. But here's what I have to do. Once I have it all set up, I can't do it now because I've got this set up to be a camera for this live stream. But I would go to my camera app. I would turn it this way because I want to record horizontally. If you start recording vertically, press record, and then look at it horizontally, it'll come out as a vertical video. Now, you can rotate that in editing if you want, but again, I'm not going to be editing. So I hold it horizontal, press record, turn it around. Hey, my name is Rob, and I'm just going to make a video where I'm going to talk for a few minutes just to prove that I can. All right, that's it. Stop. Video's done. I can upload it to YouTube. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. put this back here. What am I doing? Let's just put it there. Anyways, why did I go down that? What got me going down there? Traveling with Russell. I could try this challenge on my secret third channel for now. I only have one long form video there and a couple of old shorts. Go for it. Yes, absolutely. And you've got the check mark here, so I know you're a competent YouTuber. When do you get that? I think you get that at 100,000 subscribers. I can't see how many you have from this view, but yeah, so you obviously know what you're doing, but use this challenge to kickstart that third channel. Absolutely. I was literally planning on doing a 90-day challenge, Mama Raising Saints. Not a bad idea. What kind of challenge? Like, not a video a day for 90 days, is it? Or maybe a video a week for 90 days? Be interested to know. I would love it if nobody came to my live, Monkey Wrench said. It would let me work out the kinks first. Well, okay, on that, what you can do is you can go live unlisted. You can also go live private, right? You know how you get to select that when you are uploading a video, you know, public or scheduled or private or unlisted, right? You can set your live to any of those things as well. So I usually schedule mine for public for, 1 o'clock Eastern on Tuesdays, my lives. But if you wanted to do a test live, select unlisted. That's what I would do, because part of my testing is I'd probably want to see what it looks like when somebody joins. So I would probably join from like my phone or something. And the only way to do that is if not private, but unlisted will allow you to capture the link, the URL of the future. You can schedule it unlisted, you'll get the link. Send that link to your phone. Then once you do go live, unlisted, which means nobody will know that you're live, but you'll have that link on your phone. You can join the chat from your phone and send a chat message, and then you can respond to it from your computer. And anyway, just something you can do. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. You could also do it private if you don't want to test that chat thing, just to make sure everything works, right? If you have multiple cameras, if you just want to see what you look like on camera or in the live, if you want to see what the quality is, right? You can go live like that, unlisted or private, and then you can go into your content tab of your YouTube studio and go watch it, right? You can watch it on the replay and see what it looked like. There you go. Small, simple things. I am great. Thanks, Rob. And you? I am great. Thank you, Catherine, for asking. It's early where you are. Chad says, I did a 90-day challenge. I did a video every day for 90 days, and my channel exploded. Rob was my motivation. Awesome. You did a video every day for 90 days, Chad? Wow. And you do walk and talk videos, too. I love your videos. I didn't realize, well, maybe I did couple years ago, because I think you started a couple years ago. But anyways, maybe I knew then, but I forgot. If I knew, I forgot that you did one video every day for 90 days. Wow. And your channel exploded. Did your channel explode because you did that? Or was it because of, 1 or 2 or 5 or whatever specific videos that did it? I'd be interested, and others here might be interested as well. Wow, cool. Well, there you go. Maybe we do a 90-day challenge afterwards, after this, like in the fall. Long form videos 2-3 days a week, and 2 shorts every day. 2 shorts every day, but shorts are like a bonus. I'm not going to stress about them. Okay, that's a lot. I mean, that's Mama Raising Saints. That's a busy Mama Raising Saints. That's busy. I like the idea of using this challenge to start a new channel. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anybody. Again, I wanted this to be something that anybody could participate in, not just people who haven't started yet. So use this challenge however you want, and let us know what your like. That's part of it. When you go to Creators Cove, let us know how you're treating this challenge. Like if you want to do it, is it a new channel you're going to do? Let us know, a second channel, or if you've already been posting, maybe you just want it to be a kickstart, like a kick in the butt to get you going again. All right, whatever. Let us know. Let us know, and so that we can cheer you on. Question: my long forms were getting 2 to 4 views for quite a while. The last month, I started uploading shorts again with a "I don't care anymore" attitude. Since doing so, my long forms are doing better. Okay, very good. So yeah, so you probably hear me say, "Don't worry about shorts too much. Like focus on longs if that's kind of what your goal is." I have to be careful because, as I've said before, YouTube doesn't give us an instruction manual for how to do this. And for good reason, because it works different for everybody. It's not playing favorites or anything like that. It's just that everybody is different. Everybody would have a different group of people who want to watch you talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like everybody is different, and everybody has different styles about them. Everybody has different skill sets. Different things they're good at. Some people are better talking on camera. Other people are better talking with a teleprompter. Other people are better with faceless channels. Whatever it is, everybody is different. Everybody's audience is different, right? Some people's audience, maybe they average in their 20s. They're 20 to 30 years old. Maybe other people, their audience is in their 70s and 80s and 90s, right? Maybe some people's audiences are stay-at-home moms or dads, right? With young kids. Maybe another person's audience is people that don't have kids and are in retirement, whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's so many variables that go into how do you link up a viewer with a creator? Right? There's so many things. And so YouTube can't tell any one person what's going to work best for them. So the best it can do is like, here's all the tools. Good luck with it. And oh, by the way, as certain people start having success with certain things, they will make videos about it and share what works for them. Or they'll do live streams and share what works for them. That's kind of what I'm doing. So sharing what I do, what works, also what doesn't work. Not everything I try works. So, did you see my tools question? No, I did not. Let me look. Did you put QQQ in front of it? Because that's where all my questions go. Fail forward. Hey, Rob, Rich from Pennsylvania. What are your thoughts on an informative topic green screened as a background on a live? Informative topic green screened. I'm not sure what you mean. So green screen, for those who don't know, that would be how you put a different background behind you. So like in my case here, if I had a green sheet behind me, as long as it was lit up well and that it was the same green all the way across, then you can actually key that out with Ecamm Live or whatever live streaming software you use and put another background behind me, like a fake one or a real. It could be a real video of just somewhere else, like outside on the water or in British Columbia in the mountains, or it could be an AI generated image. You can put whatever it is you want behind you. So that's what green screens are used for. So I'm not sure what you mean though I don't know what you mean by putting a topic behind in the green screen. But I have general thoughts about green screens, like the use case that I just described. If I put one behind me so that I could change the background, I'm not a huge fan of that because that just takes some of the realness away, right? I think being authentic and being real is more important than changing the background. If you know what I mean. If I were to ever do that, it would probably be just to show people that you can do it and here's how. But I come back to the thing that's going to make your video do well is the topic itself, not your surroundings or, right? And here's another thing too. I can tell you this from experience. Like when I make videos here in my office or sitting in that chair back there with a fixed camera, those videos don't do nearly as well as when I go outside and my camera is moving around because I'm holding it in my hand. Those do far better. And it's not just the topic, because I've noticed it so many times across many different topics that it's pretty consistent that outside videos do much better. And I think a lot of it has to do with the background constantly changing and people interested in where I am or what's behind me or things like that, right? Whereas if it's a static image and people have seen it before and nothing changes, a video like that can still do well, but it's the actual content has to do all the lifting, right? My story and my content had better be good, right? Because there's nothing else to help save it. So I guess that's what I'd say. If you're going for a constant background, whether you use a green screen or not, your content had better be interesting to the people you're making it for. That's what I'll say to that. So, like, the green screen thing became popular, as far as I'm concerned, I first noticed it from my son, because when he was younger and more into gaming, he still is, but he had a green screen, and when gamers put a green screen behind them, they remove the background. They don't even put a fake background there. Well, actually, they kind of do, but they put themselves on top of their screen capture of the game they're playing. So it looks like they're in the game, right? So that's what they do. Yeah, you could do that, but again, I don't have any experience with it. Have you experimented with either still images or spliced footage as B-roll? Still images, no, but you totally can. Spliced footage as B-roll. Spliced footage, yes. So that would, the way I usually do it is I'll record myself walking to the place where I'm going to deliver my video, and I'll record it. And then what I'll do is I'll chop all that off, and then I'll use that as B-roll footage. And yeah, sometimes I cut pieces out and splice other pieces together, so it's not just one long thing of just me walking, right? I might change the angles. So yeah, I splice things together to create like B-roll clips all kind of mashed together. Absolutely. Alrighty. Where are we now? Let me just take a quick drink. Let me pop this back on screen while I take my drink. So any of you latecomers here who weren't here at the beginning, this describes what the challenge is. Let me just take a drink. So it's free for anybody to join. You don't have to be a beginner. You can have an established channel if you want. I was initially thinking that it was for beginners and people that may find themselves stuck and just want a little extra push to get going. So I'm just announcing the challenge today. It starts next week, and it's going to be run by email with the help of these live streams. So it's going to be 6 live streams the next 4 weeks after today, plus 2 Fridays. So next week I'm going to go live Tuesday and Friday. The following week, Tuesday and Friday, and then weeks 3 and 4, Tuesday and Tuesday. That's it. Yeah, so the way it works is start thinking about what you want to make videos about right now. And you can join, by the way. You can join if you use the QR code that's on screen right now, or click the link that's I've got it pinned in the chat, and I've also got it in the description of this video, of this live. So you can click that to join. You just need your name and email address, and you will get a response by email. If you have never been in Creators Cove, you'll get an additional email that says, welcome to Creators Cove, and here's how you can get into the room where we're going to be updating everybody on how we're doing. Like you, that is. You can declare that you're in this, and yeah, I'm here, and I'm going to do this, and this is what I'm trying to do, and these are my goals, or what have you. So this is week 0. Okay, so start thinking about what your 3 videos are going to be on, or what you're going to talk about in your videos. You're going to talk on camera, okay? So not a lot of people love that, but I'm here to help. I'm here for whatever you need to get you to do that. Don't go out and buy any cameras. Just use whatever phone you have. If you've got a phone, you've got enough. And that's it. You don't even need a mic. Like just don't worry about the equipment thing. You just want to get 3 videos on your channel. If you don't have a channel, this week is the time to create it. Maybe you want to put an avatar in there. Maybe you want to put your channel banner there. You don't have to. Don't worry about it too much. And then next week, when we come here and we start week 1, that's the start. Okay. And now you want to, then you start officially thinking about what are my videos going to be about. Week 1 is not about making your first video and putting it on the channel, on your channel. You can if you want to, but I'm using that week to basically, mostly for those of you who have never done this before, make a video in week 1 of yourself talking on camera, just for you, but do it, right? You don't have to upload it to your channel. In fact, don't. You're just practicing. So practice by making a video of yourself talking on camera. Look at it, okay, so that you know, if you've never done it before, some people, when they first see themselves on camera, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I look like that, or I can't believe I sound like that, or whatever. Week 1 is for you to get that out of your system and get over it, right? Because it doesn't matter. Nobody in YouTube land or internet world cares what you look or sound like, right? Maybe your closest friends do, but you're not making videos for them. And you're not making videos for yourself either. You're making videos for the people who YouTube thinks wants to watch them, like your tribe that's out there and that you haven't found yet. YouTube will find them for you as long as you keep making the same videos for them. So get that out of your system. Make a practice video. That's week 1. And then weeks 2, 3, and 4, you're going to post a video each one of those weeks. And I'm going to walk you through it and help guide you through it through emails and the live streams. So that's what it is. Let's see. Oh, can you do a video? Okay, the Roadkill crew. Question. How come that didn't pop up? There we go. Can you do a video or 2 on the tools for the business side? Things like how you schedule appointments, your website, how to create them, and how and why to use them. Yes, absolutely I can. I talk a lot about this kind of stuff in my mentorship program, but and I haven't done a video on it. In fact, the video I did yesterday is probably the closest I ever got to kind of getting outside of just making money from YouTube, but how to make money in other ways. And maybe you saw that, and maybe that's where this question comes from. And it's a perfect natural place to go next. But yeah, I can absolutely talk about that stuff because there are a bunch of tools you can use. I'll tell you right now, I use Kajabi as my software that I use to run my business, right? Kajabi hosts my website. It hosts my courses. It hosts the community, Creators Cove. It's my payment processor. It's my funneling system, my marketing engine. It's where I send my emails out from. Anybody who joins Creators Cove. When you guys join this challenge, if you've never bought anything from me, or if you've never signed up for or downloaded any of my free things that I offer, then you will be in my system now if you sign up for this, right? And then I'm able to look at anybody and see, okay, yeah, they've got that, and they've got that. Like you can tag people as they come into your ecosystem and know at a glance, how we've interacted over the years, right? So that's the number one thing. But then I also use Zoom. I use Zoom for my coaching meetings. I use Calendly for booking. There's a calendar app within Kajabi, but I don't love it, so I use Calendly instead. Calendly with Zoom. What else? I use Fathom.video to automatically record my coaching sessions and my mentorship sessions, so that after the meeting, we all get emailed a copy of it, and with AI summarized notes, which is super handy. And of course, I use Claude Code, ChatGPT, Canva, Ecamm Live, and I know I'm missing some, but I'll make a video. Here's a good question. How long should the videos be? 3 to 5 minutes or longer? I'm going to leave that up to you. If that's a concern of yours, you can even say that when you announce it in Creators Cove to the rest of us. I plan on making videos that are 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever, right? You can let us know. I'm just looking for you to be happy with, you've made 3 videos in the 4 weeks, and you're off and running to the races, probably with a bunch of questions and probably, and I should mention this, especially if you're new to this and if you've never done this before. I guess I did talk about it a bit, but you're probably not going to love your videos, and that's okay. Just remind yourself, you're not making them for you, right? Somebody out there is going to like your videos, right? It doesn't have to be you. You're not making them for yourself. So, when you look at it and you say, "Oh, I hate it. It's not good. I didn't say what I wanted to say." It's okay. It's okay. In fact, I said earlier today, sometimes I make videos and when I'm done with the recording, I realize I forgot to say something, right? A couple ways forward there. I could just scrap the video and do it again. I never do that, and I don't suggest doing that. That's just a big time waste. If you keep doing that, you'll never get anywhere. So that's why, even with mistakes, I'll post a video. If the mistake is bad enough, then I may pin a comment and say, "Sorry about that," at 5 minutes and 30 seconds in. I'll do better next time. I don't know. Like you can do that. Like it's more proof that I'm actually a real person, that people don't mind that. So you could do that. If I catch a mistake in the edit, like while I'm editing, I'm actually listening to myself, and this has happened to me before, where I've given some numbers, right? If I've given some numbers while I was talking, but if I said them wrong or I gave the wrong number, when I'm editing, I'll notice it there. What I'll often do is I'll just put the right number on screen for like a split second, right? So that's just a way to correct yourself without redoing the video. It's a whole lot easier. And then finally, the other thing is if you've forgotten something, people may point it out. And that's not a bad thing. That's interaction. That's engagement. So, Rob, you forgot to talk about this. If someone leaves me that in the comments, I'll say, "You know what? You're right. Sorry about that." And then I can just answer them there in the comments. Excuse me. So mistakes are good. Mistakes give you the opportunity to correct yourself with more content. I could make another video, and I've done that before too, where I might have said something and then even been proven wrong. "Rob, what you said in your video is not right, and here's why." And, that's happened to me before too. And, once I get it together, what is actually right, I'll make another video. So you know what? I messed up, and here's what I now know. And make another video. There's another video, right? So that's not a bad thing. All right. I always got to laugh when I'm finished speaking and I've been talking for like 5 minutes, and then I go back to the original question that was what I started to answer, and then I always go down tangents. So anyways, I think I answered your question. Doesn't matter, 3 to 5 minutes or longer or shorter. Hey, if you want to, whatever gets you going. Will you highlight or interview any creators from the challenge? Actually, that's not a bad idea. I could. I won't do that. I'm not going to surprise anybody. I'm not going to do that to anybody without their knowledge. Okay? But that's not a bad idea, right? Like if anybody wants to be highlighted, maybe I'm going to write that down. Maybe I should mention that in one of my emails, that maybe the last email, like if you, right? Like highlight, what, or interview. Thank you, Monkey Wrench. Noted. I think it's a good idea if you guys do. But if you're asking because you're concerned that I might highlight you and you don't want that, I won't do that. But anyways, I think it's a good idea. I do mainly long-form videos, but last month the views were down. I posted a few shorts and that helped increase the views. My question is, do you think posting equal amount of shorts will hurt the long form? Yeah, it's a similar question that's been asked before, just in a slightly different way. But the bottom line is everything on your channel should be aligned. Okay, like if you make shorts, they need to be aligned with your longs, right? And if so, then it's probably not hurting your channel. I would just be leery of going viral with a short. I wouldn't want that to happen because, like, okay, what's making that short go viral? And you know, is the rest of my channel, does the rest of my channel align with that? Like, so there's really no way to answer your question. There's no right answer to your question. All I'll tell you is whatever you want your channel to be, that's what you need to be focused on making. The way I look at shorts right now, I have, I don't know, 30, 40 shorts on my channel. Excuse me. That's enough. I don't need to put any more shorts on my channel right now. You know, every 3 to 4 months, I will maybe make a 2 or 3 shorts, right? I do it quickly, right? I use Nexus clips to do it, but I don't spend much time at it. So I think, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, it's been 3 or 4 months since I've put a short on my channel, right? So I don't, because that's not my focus, and I don't want to go viral with them. And I'm not trying, they are not what builds my channel. And if they were responsible for the growth of my channel, I'd be concerned about my long form videos. So I just continue to work on the longs and try to get better at making them. So there you go. Question, 30-day challenge. I have already shot but not edited 3 videos. Will that work for the 30-day challenge, or should the 3 videos be shot each week of the challenge? I mean, it would work, but I think I would. The whole point is, and this is a good time to remind people, the whole point is to get you on camera and get you going with your YouTube. Okay, so if your end goal is going to be batching videos so that you can release them once a week, then maybe that's fine, right? I'm not going to say, okay, don't start making your second video until now. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to watch it that closely. So like if you want to get ahead of the game, that's great. Okay. You know what? If you want to do 4 videos in 4 weeks, do that. But the main challenge is at least three, let's just say at least 3 videos a week, or sorry, 3 videos over these 30 days. Okay, so I don't want to get too technical and put too many rules in place, because that's when we'll start losing people. And I want this to be more inclusive than exclusive. I sent a question but didn't go through on my computer. Can you find it? If it didn't go, well, I can search for your name. Connie, how's that? Nope. The only 2 things that pop up when I search for that is what you just said there, and then Karen's answer to you, just send it again. So it didn't come through, Connie. You'll have to ask it again. Sorry. Alrighty. Shorts can get you subscribers. No? Yes, they can. Yes, they absolutely can. But if your goal is a long form video, the danger is many people who watch shorts don't ever watch longs. So you don't want to be getting short or subscribers through shorts if growing a long form channel is your goal. That's all I'm saying there. So yeah. And shorts, you guys are going to think I hate shorts. I don't hate shorts. It's just that that's not what my focus is. I'm trying to grow a long form channel. There are plenty of people out there trying to grow shorts channels, right? The thing to understand is they are 2 separate audiences. People who watch shorts, people who watch longs. And yes, there's some overlap, but it usually goes one way, not the other. Like, people who watch longs often will also watch shorts. But people who watch shorts, there's a large percentage of them that never watch longs. They only ever exist on their phone. Some of them don't have computers. They don't ever watch long form videos, just shorts. So a lot of people like that, especially younger people. So that's the issue. That's the issue. You have to be clear on what it is you're trying to do, what what is your goal? Like, what kind of channel are you trying to make? If your goal is you just want to hit a certain subscriber number, that's a meaningless goal, because subscribers don't mean anything anymore, or very little. They mean very little, right? It used to be that the more subscribers you had, the more people would be notified when you came out with a new video. And that's kind of true, but kind of not true anymore. You can be subscribed to me, and you can even have that little bell icon checked so that, yes, I want to be notified too. But if you don't watch, if you, let's say I go silent for a week and I don't come out with a video, and in that week you've been watching a bunch of content of other things, right? YouTube will notify you of videos that come out that it thinks you want to watch. Maybe it thinks you might want to watch my latest video, but maybe you've been watching so many other types of videos that that's maxing out the number of notifications YouTube is able to send you, either because you're running up into YouTube's own limits. They have limits as in terms of how many notifications to send out per amount of time. I don't know what it is. Or sometimes you or people will have their own limits set on their phones. Like, I only want to see so many notifications, or notify me here, or notify me on the computer, or whatever, right? There's so many different ways to set that up. You could go crazy trying to figure it all out. But the bottom line is, YouTube doesn't rely on subscribers anymore to get people to your videos. They rely on who has been watching your videos, whether they're subscribed or not. Doesn't matter. I've got lots of people that watch my videos that are not subscribed. In fact, I want to say it's like 70% of the views I get are from people not subscribed, right? But some people not subscribed watch every single video I come out with. YouTube notices that, and therefore YouTube will put my thumbnail in front of them the next time they're on YouTube when I come out with a new video, even though they're not subscribed. So that shouldn't be the goal. The goal should not be to grow to a certain number of subscribers. It's a nice milestone to put into your list of things you want to achieve. Sure, I get that. I'm there too. I was there, and still am. I'd love to hit 1 million subscribers. Next goal is 200,000. Like, that'd be great. But you got to take that with a grain of salt. It's a vanity metric. It really doesn't mean that much. It doesn't mean necessarily that more people are going to get notified of my videos. It might, as long as they're watching all my videos. That's the more important thing. Are they watching all my videos? So, anyway, another long-winded answer. That's a great way to put it. The key is to get subscribers who want to watch future videos and who are waiting to click on your next upload when they see it on their home screen when they open YouTube. Couldn't have said it better myself. I could have said that in 3 seconds instead of my 3-minute monologue. Thank you, Russell. That is correct. First time I see this live. Greetings from a cold Cape Town in South Africa. Greetings. Sorry about that soccer game or football game the other day. Sorry, not sorry. Canada through to round 16. Anyway, just playful fun. Sorry. From my understanding, shorts only monetize for 30 days. No, I don't know what you mean by that. There are 2 different ways to get monetized. Through long form videos, it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. That's what you need to get monetized. Or, and again, because I don't focus on shorts, I often forget what it is, but it's something like 90 million views or something. Or no, is it 10 million shorts views over the last 90 days or something? If you get that, then you can get monetized as well. So I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something like that. You need a lot more views from shorts to get monetized than you do from long form videos, and it resets in 90 days. 90 days. So instead of a year. Oh, here's Connie's question. Started YouTube videos approximately 1 year ago and hit a series of health issues after 2 videos. Sorry to hear that, Connie. Joining the challenge. Awesome. Any suggestions to return? This is a legacy channel with seniors retiree fun. Awesome. I think building a legacy is a fantastic reason to do a channel. So what you're going to want to do is figure out what you want to make your videos about. So maybe identify 3 things for your 3 videos, or identify one central theme that you can make 3 videos about, maybe talking about 3 different ways, if you can, and try to come up with ideas over the next week or 2. It could be, talking about, it could be anything. It could be anything. I would brainstorm things you like to talk about, or if it's for legacy reasons, what are the types of things you would like future members of your family to know about you or to see. Maybe you want to describe life living in 2026 in wherever it is you live, right? A day in the life. You could talk about that. Any number of things you could do. That's why I think it's going to be helpful in Creators Cove for people to say what it is they're going to make their videos about. Like, share that information with us if you can, because that'll help other people who are also in there with ideas. Might help somebody else come up with ideas for them to make videos, right? So yeah, just try that. You've got a couple weeks to think about it, and hopefully you get some ideas from Creators Cove as well. And if you're still having trouble, come back. Tuesday. Tuesday is when we're going to kick it off, and we can talk about it then. And then the following, next Friday as well. So, yeah. So, and any other suggestions to return? Try not to overthink it. Like if you're having trouble coming up with ideas, don't overthink it. Again, they don't all have to be related. Like, it's not about starting the perfect YouTube channel. That's not what this challenge is about. It's not about, getting the perfect start on your way to success, right? I mean, it could turn into that, but the point here is get 3 videos up on your channel, 1 a week for 3 weeks. And you got 2 weeks before you start. Let's see. Question, and now for something completely different. Sounds like an ad. Curious about the impact, if any, on YouTube subscriptions where people pay to not get ads. I assume that doesn't affect view counts for the creator. I'm trying to understand your question. Where people pay to not get ads. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So you're talking about YouTube Premium. Okay, I understand that. Now let me read the question again. It doesn't affect view counts. No, not in the least. Does not affect view counts at all. All it is, it's for people who don't want to see ads, like myself. I subscribe to YouTube Premium. So when I watch videos, there's never any ads, okay? But the creators of the videos I watch, they should still get paid, right? If they're monetized. So, and they do. And what that is like, you can go, so as a monetized creator, I can go into my YouTube studio and I can see a breakdown of the money I'm receiving from YouTube under the umbrella of AdSense. It's called AdSense, but there's several different pieces to that. The largest, by far, the largest piece of that is watch page ads. So those are the ads you can pay to have not show up. That's the largest chunk of money that I would get. But there's also a line item for YouTube Premium subscriptions, right? So a portion of the money YouTube collects from people like myself who buy YouTube Premium, a portion of those proceeds go into a pool and get dispersed among the creators who are monetized. And how many views, I don't know what the formula is. It probably depends on how many views your videos get from people watching who are on YouTube Premium. All right, did that make sense? But no, to answer your question, that doesn't affect at all the number of views a video can get or does get. Then they need to change how monetization works. Getting to 1,000 and 4,000 is tough. Excuse me. Yeah, let me kind of let me frame this differently. A lot of people are very wrapped up in wanting to get monetized, and I get it. I was there. I was there. Getting monetized. Wow, getting monetized as a YouTuber. Awesome. Going to be rich now. I never really thought that, but the thing is, getting monetized by YouTube, right, is so anticlimactic when you get there. It's not as big a deal as you think. It's not life-changing. It just means you've hit a milestone, and that's awesome. But it should not, not getting monetized should not stop you from growing whatever it is you're trying to grow. Okay? Now, maybe you're only trying to do YouTube and you don't want to do anything else. You only want to earn money from YouTube. And that's fine. That's great. Great. But even at 1,000 and 4,000, am I talking too loud? Am I yelling? I'm losing my voice. And I'm almost out of water. The money you earn at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on average is not life-changing. I don't know what the average is, $50 a month? I don't know. I don't even know. And you don't actually get paid unless you've earned at least 100, right? So if you only earn 50 in your first month, that carries over to month 2. If after month 2 you're at 98, that'll all carry over to month 3. After month 3, if you're at 130, you get a check for 130, like 22 days later. So that's the way it works. But yeah, it's not a lot. If you want to start making meaningful money from YouTube, back this up. I said $50. It might be $5. Like it depends on your videos, right? And what it is, what your niche is, what you're talking about, how many views you get, how long your videos are versus how long people watch them. So many things. You might make $5 a month. You might make $500 a month the first month. You might make $5,000. I know somebody who made like $19,000 in their second month monetized, which is insane. I've never had 1 month even close to that. And that was in month 2 for this person, right? Has since gone way down, but you know what I mean? Like these things happen and there's no guarantee what it's going to be. I say average $50. That's a total guess, by the way. I have no idea, but I do know some people make pennies, like maybe $5 a month. So someone who's making $5 a month at 1,000 and 4,000, 1,000 subscribers, they may need 100,000 subscribers and tens of thousands of watch hours before they start making $100 a month. So what I'm trying to do is trying to take the focus away from getting monetized through YouTube because it's not. There are very few successful YouTubers who are making a living with AdSense alone, the monetization side of YouTube. Most successful YouTubers are doing something else, right? And I don't know if you saw it, but I made a video yesterday where I walked through all my income streams, and AdSense in 2025 for me was like 28% of what I made from my business. 63% of what I earn comes from me teaching people, whether it's coaching or courses or mentorship. So I'm not saying that's what you need to do, but most people do other things and not just rely on AdSense. So anyway, I hope that helps. But I totally get the whole monetization thing. I want to get monetized. I can't believe getting monetized. Like it doesn't matter. Like if they changed it to 2,000 subscribers, if you needed to have 2,000 subscribers before you got monetized, the uproar that would result from that is probably crazy. But at the end of the day, okay, so now you're not going to start earning money from YouTube until you're making $10 a month instead of $5. These are just rough numbers, and they're not based in any reality at all. But you know, you get my point, I think. Right? And if they dropped it to 500 subscribers, yeah, sure, a lot more people would get monetized, but you know, the numbers, it would probably be a real headache. Well, I guess they probably got automated systems, but they wouldn't have to pay out a lot more smaller checks because they still have that $100 minimum there. So I don't know. I don't work for them. All right. Been at this for an hour 45, so I've still got time to keep going. We've got 122 people in here. That's awesome. Have you all joined? Let me take a look to see, because I can see okay, yep, awesome. Is that right? I got 99 people signed up for this. Awesome, guys, that's cool. So I get emails. 100 now. Oh, all right, awesome. Okay, because I was thinking, I have no idea how many we're going to get, like 10 or maybe hundreds. I don't know, but no, this is awesome. This is awesome. So yeah, but if you are just joining us, let me just switch screens again. If you're just joining us and you're wondering what this is all about, I'll pop this on the screen again real quick. That is what the challenge is. It's a challenge to give you the push you need to get started with YouTube. If you haven't yet, if you have started already, or even if you're established, you've been doing YouTube for a while, you can still play along with this challenge. There's no cost. All it is trying to get a bunch of people together in the same room, chat room, and we're just going to encourage each other to get going, to make our next 3 videos. So that's the challenge. By the end of 4 weeks, you're going to have 3 videos on your channel, you in the video. Okay, that is one of the only rules here. It's not faceless. It's you on camera. Okay, and I know that's hard for a lot of people, and that's why I'm given like a 2-week runway here to get that done. This isn't the start of the challenge. This is just announcing it. The challenge starts next week, next Tuesday, and I'll send an email as well. You're going to get an email if you've signed up for this, yeah, so it starts next Tuesday. But even then, it doesn't really start, because week 1, all I want you to do in week 1 is make a video of yourself talking to the camera. Don't even post it. Just practice, but make a video and watch it back. Okay, get used to seeing yourself on camera and hearing yourself, and the fact that you might hate it and hate the way you sound and all that. Get that out of your system, right? And maybe practice more than once if you want. But that's what week 1 is about. Just practice. Do a practice video. If you want to upload it to YouTube, you could do so as an unlisted video. Nobody will see it unless you send them the link, or upload it as private if you want. But you don't have to do that. That's not the point. The point of week 1 is do a practice video. And if you want, you can set up your channel if you haven't yet with like an avatar, which is the round picture of your face, and a channel banner if you want, which doesn't have to be much at all. Doesn't have to be anything. You can upload videos without a channel banner and without an avatar. But if I'm looking at the chat here, you've all got avatars that I can see, right? And if you want to put something in the description, the about section of your channel, just so you have it there. But so between now and next week, think about what you're going to make your 3 videos on. How are you going to start this? Or if you're established already, what are your 3 videos going to be about? Maybe it's a mini series you're going to do. 3 videos talking about the same thing. If you don't want to talk about the same thing in each video, don't. You don't have to. There's no rule that says you have to do that. I just want to help. I want us to help each other, and we're going to do that in Creators Cove, which again, if you've never joined Creators Cove, it's just a collection of rooms, like chat rooms, where you can ask questions, basically after hours. I haven't been in there as much lately as I used to be, and I should get back in there more, but there's people in there talking amongst themselves, being encouraging, can you check my thumbnail out? Like, what do you think? Or, things like that. So we're going to run it in there. I've created a new room for this challenge in Creators Cove. And so once you sign up, go there and announce that, yep, my name is Rob, and I'm going to make videos about sailing, and looking forward to getting started. Whatever, right? I'm in Nova Scotia, Canada. Like, you say where you are. Say whatever you want. Like, you can, but it'd be cool if you could introduce yourselves, and then you'll get people replying to you, encouraging you, right? That's the idea. Where is the live happening? In the Creators Cove or YouTube? So the live streams are just going to be here on YouTube like they always are, right? I'm not I'm not going to run that through Creators Cove. So all the live streams will be just like this at the same time I do it every week. So then each of the next 4 weeks will be Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern. But I'm also going to have the extra Friday live streams next week and the week after. So towards the end of week 1 and towards the end of week 2, also here on YouTube, also the same time. Okay, I think that's easiest. Because most people who show up to my live streams, obviously this time works, so I'll just keep going with that time. And I don't want to go too late on Friday because it's Friday. So yeah, Creators Cove is just going to be about, that's where we could communicate after hours or whatnot. And you're also going to get emails from me, 1 or 2. I haven't noticed if anybody said what they prefer there, but yeah, everybody okay with 2 emails a week? 1 on Tuesdays and 1 later in the week, probably Friday, throughout this challenge, just to kind of, this is what you could be working on now. If you're stuck with this, then try that. Like just kind of encouraging emails, remind you what week we're on and what you could be working on now. That's all the emails are going to be. Chad says, record audio on both and see what and see what you like the best. Yeah, I don't see what comment you're referring to though, but yeah, if you got 2 mics, yeah, try both. And yeah, so I don't want equipment to get in the way of this either. So use whatever you got. If you have a phone, use that. Don't even worry about using a mic, like an external mic. Just use your phone. Like that's fine. Make it outside if you want. Make it in your car if you want. Preferably while you're not driving, just so I don't want anybody getting in an accident. In your office, in your house, in your kitchen, wherever you're comfortable. So now, again, I'm mostly talking to people who might have trouble putting themselves on camera and then uploading it. Okay, so do it in a place where you're comfortable. So like, for example, for me, I don't like recording myself in public. I do it outside, but I do it when I know there's nobody around, usually. That's where I'm most comfortable. And I go out of my way, right? I'll go early in the morning or, when I know no one's in the spot that I want to go record in, right? So, do what's comfortable. That'll make it easier. Like, try to make it easy on yourself. So, I wouldn't recommend, again, I don't want to put any rules in place. Like, you don't have to use a teleprompter. I was going to say don't use a teleprompter, but no rules. If you want to use a teleprompter, go ahead. But I would prefer to see people making videos just talking on camera. Raw, unedited even. I mean, you can edit them if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to. And have fun with it. And hopefully it gives you the push that you need. And for those who are already creators, maybe make a little mini series. These 3 videos, make them a mini series about something if you want, right? If you want. Lisa says, question, should audio be imported and edited on a mono track or a stereo track? Someone told me audio should always be mono. Is that correct? We use DJI Mini. I don't know what it records in. So, so what you're hearing probably is for voiceovers. Typically, voiceovers are recorded on one track, a mono track. But it depends on what you're doing. Like if you're recording yourself outside, so you've got the DJI mics. So if you got the pack, then it comes with 2. I've never done this, but I know you can set it up so that each one will record to a separate track, and then you've got stereo. Like you can put one over here and one over here, and then you're in stereo. You can talk like this. But I mean, that's weird if it's just like voiceover. It's fine if you're doing music, right? Like quite often, if you listen to music, you can tell that certain instruments are in one channel and not the other, and that it sounds kind of cool there. Or movies in stereo. But even in movies, like years ago, I had a surround sound system that I set up, and that usually comes with a center channel speaker, right? You got a left and a right, maybe small ones, left and right in the back, and a bass, but then a center channel speaker. the voice, the audio, like the dialogue, typically comes through the center channel, mono. And it's the other things, like a car zooming from left to right, that'll be captured in the stereo, right, or music. So, but I don't know that I answered your question. Should audio be imported and edited on a mono track? That's what I always do, like, because my mic just captures me. I usually have it pinned here, and it's just on one track. So that's the way I do it. Kind of depends on what, I think that's the way most people do it, but. Mitch in his van says, for the DJI Mini, you have to be in stereo to record on both mics in an interview scenario. One person on the left channel and one on the right. If you want to do it that way, actually, yeah, no, I don't think. Well, so, I mean, I'm not the expert, but I've done. Yes, if you're interviewing somebody, it's good if they each have a mic. But each of them, I believe, should be recorded in mono. Okay? When you bring them in to edit them, they should each have their own track. But it doesn't mean a left track and a right track. They're both mono tracks, right? Because you want both the audios to be coming through both speakers at the same time. Otherwise, if you listen to a podcast where two people are talking and one is set to left channel, one set to right, you're always going to hear one voice out of this side and one voice out of this side. And, you know, I think that might be weird. I don't think that's the way people usually do it. I think both are set to mono, but they're on different tracks, so you can adjust each of their volumes independently. Does that make sense? I think the DJI receiver has to be set up for stereo. There's probably a way to set it up for stereo so that a lot of what I just talked about can be done automatically before you send it to your editing software. But you can also do these things with your editing software. As long as each mic records, oh wait, now, no, sorry. DJI Mini we're talking about here. The DJI Mini does not record to itself. Okay, I've got to remember that, sorry. I use the DJI One. Okay, the bigger one, the bigger mic, the older one. It has an SSD drive right in it. Okay, it's got storage in it. So when I use it, I don't use this receiver anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. I just take my mic with me. I don't plug the receiver into my phone, just the mic, and I record to the mic. Then I can import it into my editing software and do whatever I want with it. You know, put it on its own track or whatever. But yeah, with the Mini, you do need the receiver because there's no recording. You can't record to it. So you do need the receiver plugged into your phone or camera or whatever, and you would have to set it up the way you want it. Do you want the mics to be captured in stereo? But yeah, so yeah, if you capture one on one channel, one on the other channel, you can convert them both to mono once you get it into your editing software, right? So that's, I don't know if that helps or not. I might have talked myself into a circle. Alrighty. How we doing? Let me type, if I missed any questions here, let me go back to QQQ. Now I'm out. But I'm still good. Not leaving just yet. Question, what's all the stuff you need to get ready? It says you'll send us some to begin. I'm just curious. Excuse me. What? All the stuff you need to get ready. If you're referring to this challenge that we're doing, you don't really need any stuff to get ready, but what I will send you is basically just a reminder of how this is going to work. And I'll have some tips ready for you. I haven't prepared them yet, but I'm going to have basically some to-dos for each of the weeks. But I kind of touched on them from a high level. Like right now, start thinking about what you want your 3 videos to be about. And then week 1, next week, I'm going to say, okay, this is week 1. You don't need to post a video by the end of this week, but maybe make a fake or a practice one, right, in this week, and continue to think about what your 3 main videos are going to be about, and maybe set up your channel if it's not set up yet. And then each of weeks 2, 3, and 4 are going to be make a video, and then make a video, and then make a video, right? So I'm just going to explain that in a kind of a drip message, email, 1 to 2 emails a week. So that's exactly what's in those emails. You have to wait and find out. I haven't written them yet. Alrighty. Question, do hands count and being on screen? The whole point of this is to put your face on camera. You can put your face and hands. How's that? I don't think that's what you're asking though, but not just hands, face. Put your face out there. That's what this challenge is all about. That's really the only rule. Great way to put it. Mama raising saints. So the goal is views on your videos versus focusing on gaining subscribers. 100%. That's absolutely. Yeah, so views on your videos is a good, I mean, if you want to get technical, the focus should be on getting people to watch all of your videos too. Like not all, if you got 10 videos, not all 10, but if you have a video that's 20 minutes, you want people to watch as much of that 20 minutes as possible, right? So don't go out and make a 20-minute video because you think that's how long you need your videos to be, because people don't like it when you artificially inflate the length of a video just for the sake of doing that, right? So don't do that. But like if you make a 5-minute video, if you make a 4-minute video, if you make a 3-minute and 38-second long video, you want people to watch it all and to enjoy it. You want people to click the thumbs up. You want people to leave a comment. That's the goal. The more interaction you get and the more views you get and the more people are watching all of your videos, all of those are very positive signals to the algorithm and will result in your video getting put out in front of more people. As long as there's people that want to listen to whatever topic it is you're talking about in your videos, right? That's important too. You can't just be talking about whatever you want to talk about if you're the only person in the world interested in that thing. But that's highly unlikely. Again, I think the cheat code for talking about something that other people will want to hear is help people with something. Teach people how to do something, help people through something, maybe something hard they're going through, maybe a test they have to write. You can, this is how to get in the right mindset of write the test. Maybe someone's suffering because they lost their job. Maybe whatever. If you can help people by sharing your own experience and how you got through it or how you dealt with something, those are the types of videos that people really lean into. Because think about who's out there on YouTube. You got people out there who need help. People go to YouTube. There's people in their homes and they're struggling with something. And they flick on YouTube and they may see a thumbnail, something that related to something else they watched before, and it's accurate. Yeah, this is what they need help with, so they click and they watch it. Yeah, that's helpful, or no, that's not helpful, or whatever, right? Or that might cause them to search for something else, or that might cause them to click something else at the end of that. Before you know it, people are on YouTube looking for help to do something. It could be help on how to build a deck, how to build a house, how to buy a car, how to sail a boat, how to succeed on YouTube, how to make money online, like how to knit a sweater, right? Whatever it is. I'm not saying you have to do how to get over the fact that I lost my job at 40 years old, how to get myself back out in the workforce. There's lots of, and you may not have the answers. You may not have the step-by-step answers for any of these things. But if you've gone through something yourself, you can at least share how you got through it. And maybe you're not even totally through it yet. That's okay too. Then it's a journey channel. like I'm going through this thing and I don't know exactly how to go through it. So I'm going to kind of document the things I'm struggling with every few days. I'm going to make a video. And, you know, before you know it, you've made 50 videos and you're kind of taking people along on your journey. And, you know, 6 months from now, or 50 videos. So, okay, so maybe a year from now, you're going to be at point B, maybe still going through it, but you're not at point A anymore. You're 50 videos and a year further along. Here's where you're at now. But somebody new will find your channel a year from now, and they may just be entering at day one for them. Something just happened. They got to, oh, by the way, you went through this thing a year ago, and now there's 50 videos of journey videos that they can watch and learn how to get from point A to at least your point B, right? Channels like that do really well. Like, I'd be willing to, well, no, I'm not going to bet or guess, but for chances are, whatever it is you're going through, other people have gone through it. Therefore, you're looking for, you know, help on YouTube. But also, other people will go through it, right? So, does that make sense? Journey videos. Take people on your journey. Journey to becoming fit. Journey to losing 50 pounds. Journey to, I don't know, running a half marathon, right? There's all kinds of different things. Weight loss journey, that's kind of a popular one. But again, even if you think it's been done before, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Like you can do what's been done before. You're just somebody new doing it, new perspective, like you're unique. And that's where putting your face on camera comes in. Because sometimes, the content you want to talk about, it's been talked about before. Well, if everybody talks about this thing and nobody ever puts their face on camera, then they're all kind of the same thing. You know, the way to differentiate yourself is to put your face in your videos and let people get to know you. Let people get to like you, get to, you're building a community then. And you're the leader of this community. That's what a YouTube channel is. It's an empty community when you first start it up. When you first create your YouTube channel, it's an empty community. Start filling it up with videos and people will start to join. So, enough on that. So will all the live streams this next month be focused on this challenge? No, I will always answer questions. I'm going to talk about this for the next month, yes. So I guess if you never want to hear about this again, you don't have to come back. But no, I don't mean it that way. Yes, this live stream was mostly focused on this, but I'm still answering questions the same way as I normally do. And questions will come up as people are doing this challenge, and the answers to those questions are going to be relevant whether the person's in the challenge or not. So, I welcome anybody to come back to future live streams, whether you're in the challenge or not. You don't have to do the challenge to come back to these live streams. You can, but I will be talking about it a little bit. So I hope that's okay. All right, here we go. Third time's a charm. I asked above in 2 different ways, but here goes again. Sorry about that. I do miss questions. I'm just curious about adding spliced images from various projects for review or critique purposes and adding still images. For review and critique, so again, I thought I already answered your question, but I don't know what you mean. You can splice images as B-roll into your, or you didn't mention B-roll this time. I asked, or maybe it was somebody else. I asked above in 2 different ways. Here goes again. I'm just curious about adding spliced images from various projects for review or critique purposes and to adding still images. So I don't know what your question is, but you can do all of that in YouTube. You can do all of that. If you got a question in there, let me know. Maybe I'm misreading it. If you're wanting me to review, I don't do that here, but I don't think that's what you're asking. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if. But yeah, you can absolutely splice parts of other projects into a video. Like I often will take pieces of a YouTube video I've made and put it into the current video I'm making. Right? I'll do that from time to time, sure, to use as B-roll. No problem there. All right. Got that. I got that. I thought you did, Lisa, DaVinci. The only reason I thought that is the way, I don't know, I think the way you phrased the question about the different tracks. DaVinci Resolve is amazing at editing audio. Like so many different things, like the compression and the noise cancellation, all that stuff that you can do. It's amazing. Oh, question. I was asking if the challenge will cover the how-to of adding footage or still images. No. The challenge is not, I'm not going to be teaching how to do specific things in the challenge. So all I'm going to be here is to answer questions that you might have. If there's a certain kind of video you want to make, that's kind of on you to figure out how to do that. But if you have specific questions, you can certainly ask, but it's not really part of the challenge. The challenge is just to get you to make a video. You talking on camera, make a video. If you want to also include some clips from other videos, it's totally fine. You can totally do that. I'm not going to stop you. And great. It's really, I mean, think of this as a self-improvement challenge, right? So you get out of it what you put into it. So I'm thinking people who haven't started yet and want to start making videos, this is a way to start. Okay, with some accountability because you're going to announce it in Creators Cove, what you're doing, with some support because there's other people doing the same thing and we're going to help each other. And if you have specific questions about how to do something, how do I put a video in there? I'll do my best to answer as many questions as I can. And that's also why I am going live 2 extra times over the next month if questions come up. But it's not going to be like a specific, here's how to edit a video this way. Like that's not really part of this challenge. But, if that's something you want to learn, that's more, I guess I would direct you just to YouTube. If there's something specific you want to know how to do with a certain piece of software, a certain piece of, whatever editing software you're using, I would just go to YouTube and look up if you don't know how to do something like that. But you can always ask in here too. I might be able to help depending on how detailed the question is. Let's see. Oh, I missed this one. Monkey Wrench, what would be the most lucrative monetizing beyond AdSense? I'm guessing to start multiple revenue streams early, even if I have 1,000 followers. So you're going to hate this answer, but it is different for everybody. Oh, you know what? Before I almost forgot. Got a super chat here. Dom Studio, thank you so much. Why didn't that work? I've got too many graphics on screen. I really appreciate the super chat. Dom Studio Zone and said, hi, Rob, how do you handle consistency? I am asking because at the beginning I was consistent until I skipped a week and I haven't posted since. Tips. That's a personality thing, I think, in terms of like some people need an extra push. I don't know. I'm reminded of like just I used to run like months ago, but I haven't in months, right? And my personality is such that if I stop, I was running like 3-4 times a week, but if I missed a week, then it was like I stopped cold turkey. It's like I almost have to keep up the consistency or I will stop. So some things I do to try to get myself back on track with things like that or with exercising or whatever is I might create a spreadsheet and actually log when I run, and that helps me. So I don't know if you might find that helpful. Like create a spreadsheet, and so that you have to write in when you make a video every time, and then you can see it, right? But yeah, it's the thing is with YouTube is the onus is really on you. Like there's no one's going to force you to make videos. You have to be the one. So yeah, if you skip a week and you haven't posted since, you just got to get back on that horse. You just got to do it, and nobody can make you do it but you. Maybe in a little way, this challenge will help with that if you want to do this challenge, because that's part of what I'm trying to do. Reach people who are stuck like that. Here's your permission to get unstuck. Like, let's go, right? But then after the month, it's going to be back on you again, right? So whatever you need to do that would help you with that. Do that. Where did that go? So I hope that helped, Dom. Sorry, Monkey Ranch, back to your question. What would be the most lucrative monetizing beyond AdSense? So what I was going to say that I didn't think you would like is it depends. It is different for everybody. If you have a channel where you're reviewing products, you're unboxing products, you're helping people choose the next new shiny thing, whatever it is, camera, tripod, or I've got YouTube on the brain, so that's what I'm thinking. Garden rake, whatever it is you're talking about, and you review products, then affiliate income might be a larger revenue stream for you than it is for me. I don't put a ton of effort into my affiliate links. They exist. I don't do unboxing, videos or anything like that, though, or I haven't yet. Maybe consulting is your thing. If like there's plenty of people that have YouTube channels, and consulting is by far their biggest thing. Like they get consulting clients, they get business for their business through using their YouTube channel as the marketing engine. They may only have 1,000 subscribers, 500 subscribers, whatever, but they might bring in 6 figures from their consulting business because their videos are focused and they bring in the right viewers, right? It depends on what you're offering. I thought my main one was going to be courses once I got going, but it's turning into more coaching, teaching. Courses are part of that too, right? So it can evolve in time as well, or over time as well. Other people make most of their money with merchandise. Like if you put a lot of effort into developing a brand, maybe it's a logo, maybe it's a cool saying, and you want to put that saying on every t-shirt in America, or every ball hat or toque or whatever. Mouse pads. I don't know. People use mouse pads anymore? I don't. Right? So you can put that saying or logo or brand mark, whatever it is, everywhere and sell stuff. Print on demand t-shirts. Lots of people make lots of money off of that. Some people have their main business as an Etsy shop or a Shopify store, or they're selling stuff, and they use their YouTube channel just as a marketing engine. How to buy t-shirts, how to make t-shirts. Maybe they're teaching people how to do what they're doing in their YouTube channel. And oh, by the way, if you like my t-shirts, here you go. And maybe they're making most of their money from that and not AdSense. Selling books, right? You can write about, it's never been easier to be your own author today. You don't need a publishing company to endorse you. All you need is a KDP account, Kindle Direct Publishing, and you can write your own book and use Kindle's tools to put it on Amazon, and it's print on demand. And you can, sell even hardcover books that way. So that's something else you could do. So yeah, consulting I think would be a big one. Coaching tends to be a big one. Courses, I don't know if they're as popular today as they used to be. Because quite honestly, if you think about courses, what is the way I look at a course is it's a series of videos designed to teach somebody something that you couldn't otherwise do in a video. So my courses are, for example, I've got a camera confidence course, okay? It's $27. It's, I think, 7 videos that might total a couple hours in total. I don't even remember, but see, a 2-hour video would be long. Teaching somebody how to get better at camera confidence, no one's going to watch that. It's not going to be a good video on YouTube. So I created a mini course. Right? You can create mini courses like that that are just a bunch of videos together. But the bottom line is, anything you could buy in a course, you could probably get for free on YouTube, right? Including my stuff. With enough searching. Just what a course offers, though, is an organized way to put a whole bunch of stuff together and package it all up, and here you go. Here's how you learn to do this one thing really well, right? So that's kind of that's the idea. But some people will come to me and say, how can you sell courses? Everything's for free. I can learn whatever I want on YouTube right now. And yeah, you can. And that's actually how I learned, how to edit videos. YouTube, everything I know, everything I do, I learned on YouTube, self-taught. I may have bought a course. I think I did buy Think Media's course years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't think I ever finished it. Nothing wrong with the course. It's just that I ended up just doing my own thing on YouTube, and I watched a ton of Think Media videos and Nick Nimmin videos and camera videos and anyway. But yeah, so it took me, was it 3.5 years before I got monetized, because I did it on my own, never hired a coach. So yeah, you don't have to do any of those things, but those who offer it, if they do them well, then they'll get testimonials from people, and then they can grow that business further, right? So it's a viable business. So I feel like I'm spinning my wheels now, but any other questions on that, just let me know. Hi, Rob. Love your videos. Do you use batch creation? If so, which parts of YouTube process do you batch together? I don't anymore. I have, but I don't anymore. No, one video at a time. I find if I try to focus on more than one video at a time, all the videos would suffer. But I did batch record back when I was making 3 videos a week, and they were on how to edit videos, like different little topics. The videos were so similar that it didn't disrupt me. I was able to create them well enough. But videos where I'm just talking on camera about a specific thing, those are harder to batch, just because I want my mind has to be on the one thing to talk about the one thing. If I have 2 things on my mind, I'm not going to be able to make, may end up making 2 subpar videos. So, why are you using Camtasia when you say that DaVinci is so great? Good question. I have DaVinci too, and I've used it. I just find for what I do, Camtasia is easier. DaVinci, I would even say, is better. You can do more with DaVinci. It's a more robust software. But I first used DaVinci maybe 3 years ago. I've been using Camtasia for over 10 years. And the reason is because I was first introduced to Camtasia when I was making tutorial videos for other companies. And that was one of the pieces of software back then that did that very well. Record your screen, the things that you can add to it, arrows and highlights and all that stuff, were just very easy and intuitive. And I've kind of grown up with Camtasia, so it's hard to get rid of it now. This past Christmas, over Christmas, December, or maybe it was the New Year. No, it was before Christmas. I got Final Cut Pro. Thought I wanted to learn that, and I did, and I still have it. But again, I didn't find it a whole lot different than DaVinci, and things are just a little different, right? Like you get used to how to edit things in the software that you choose, and it's hard to switch to another one. So yeah, you don't necessarily have to, unless there's something that another software will do that you need it to do. Then you could look at getting another one. But my advice with video editing software is use whatever you have. Like if you don't have one yet, sorry, let me rephrase that. Use whatever you have if you've not started with one yet. Like you may have a free one like iMovie, or even DaVinci has a free version, right? Start with that. But if you have something, just start with whatever you got, right? And learn that really well. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what you use to edit your videos with. Nobody ever sees that in the end result anyways. Apologies, misunderstood the purpose of the challenge. I'm already making videos and outlines for future ones. If it's all right, I'm going to do the challenge nonetheless. 100% you can. Yeah, absolutely. This challenge, I wanted to make sure that it was for everybody, beginners and people already, I don't want to exclude anybody. So make up a challenge for yourself. Maybe pick 3 videos that you want to do in a series that will go on your channel. That's totally fine. If you need help or questions with anything along the way, by all means, ask away. Let's see, VTG Voyager Antique Booth. I made my first video, but when I looked at it, keep freezing up. Should I redo it or just upload it? Well, be careful. If you're watching your video on YouTube and it's freezing, that might not be a problem with your video. That might be a problem with your internet connection, right? So you have to get to the bottom of the problem first. It might be the internet connection. YouTube channel name. Can you change it later after you start? Yes, you can, Daphne. Absolutely. Yeah, I should have mentioned that actually. If you can always change your channel name. So there's 2 things to the channel name. You got a channel name and you have a channel handle. The handle is everything after the @ symbol. Okay? Your channel handle has to be unique, like an email address. There can't be 2 identical. Okay? The handle has to be unique. The channel name doesn't have to be unique. You can use a name that's been used before. That's fine. But what I did, if I recall, when I chose my channel name, I first checked to make sure the handle was available without underscores. That's what I wanted, @Rob the Maritimer. So, oh, that's available. And then I put it in as my name. That's just a little tip. I mean, you don't have to. Your handle doesn't have to be without underscores or whatever. You could have numbers after it. Doesn't even really matter. And I think you can change your handle as well, but only so many times in a certain window, and it says it right on the screen. I think it might be twice within 14 days or something. Probably same with your channel name. But yes, you can always change it later. Just choose something to start and then change it. Heidi, my audio on a video I'm currently editing sounds a bit crackly. I've done lots of investigating. I'm thinking the crackle may be coming from my laptop. What would you suggest for troubleshooting? The first thing I would suggest is, well, how is your mic connected to your computer? Or is it? Right? Are you just recording to the mic and then putting the recording into your computer? Or are you recording directly into your computer from your mic, like with a receiver that's plugged in? Right? If that's crackling is different. I'm assuming you don't mean distortion. If it's like a distortion sound, then maybe your gain is too high on the mic. You'd want to turn that down, gain, volume. And that's when you get into peaking. Like if it peaks and you start seeing red, like some editing software will show you like a red, it starts green. Then if it gets into the yellow, you're getting close. Then if it goes red, which means above 0 on the decibel scale, then it's getting distorted and you can't fix that. So that's why it's important to never get into the red when you're recording. Now, I was lucky enough that my mic, my DJI mic, I've never had that problem and I know where to put it. I put it right here. If I were to put it like here, it would be distorted because it's too close to my, I'd have to get into the mic and turn the gain down, and you do that on the receiver. Turn the gain down if I want to put it that close to my mouth. But I know with it here, the factory settings are fine. So there's that. But crackling, to me, sounds like maybe a loose connection issue. So if you're using a receiver, you might want to just make sure it's plugged in all the way. It's already filmed. I filmed on my iPhone and editing in Filmora. When I listen to the clips on my phone, it sounds fine. Oh, but when you listen to it on your computer, it doesn't sound fine. Well, now I think, Heidi, you've got a MacBook, right? If you're just listening to it through the MacBook speakers, It might be a speaker issue, right? You may have an issue with your speakers. And the speakers on Macs generally, unless it's a newer one, generally aren't that good. Maybe try listening to it with headphones, or maybe you have. Make sure your popcorn popper is turned off. Yes. Yes, Mitch, that's great advice. 2 emails a week is good. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Everybody else okay with that? 2 emails a week? Crackle is often dust or poor connectivity. Dirt Princess, thank you. Yes, it could be that. Daphne signed up for the challenge. Welcome, Daphne. Lisa, Rob, you were so inspiring. You keep me motivated, just saying. Thank you for doing what you do. No problem, Lisa. Hey, I don't know if you can tell, but I enjoy this. Like, this is fun. I enjoy this. It's all good. Question, continued thinking of loading into YouTube as unlisted and then listening on a different device. Yes, you could do that. Yeah, absolutely. Listening on a different device. Headphones, I think, would be, if you have headphones, that would be a great way to, they always sound better than just speakers on a laptop. So something you can try. Should I? Yeah, I've done it. So yeah, probably late for me to say. I think I said it at the beginning of this video that if you're watching this on the replay, this challenge doesn't start today. Okay, it starts next Tuesday, the July 7th is when it officially starts. But you can sign up now. How many people do we have signed up? Let me just check again. 120, 121. No, there's a couple other sign-ups in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 124 minus 5. So 119 we've got so far. Cool. I agree that the person coaching is more important than the material in the course. It could be, yeah, Scott, definitely could be. As long as there's somebody, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like if you have 2 different people teaching the same thing, then it may come down to, delivery style or personality. Who do you like listening to more? Right. And that's where the whole trust thing comes in and building a community. And like, I'm not building a community here full of people who don't like the way I talk. At least I don't think I am. I think naturally when you start, any of you, build your own communities on YouTube, you'll be building it with people who naturally like the way you speak. So a natural extension of that, if you're making videos that are helpful to those people in some way, a natural extension to that as you grow might be to try to help people in other ways than just making videos. Maybe that's offering your time, have a Zoom call. Maybe it's call it a coaching call. It could be a therapy session. Could be, whatever it is, or a consulting thing. You help people walk through how to do something, or maybe some people just want to have a chat and talk about what they're going through, and you might be able to help them out. Like, if you're a good listener, I think a lot of people like that too. Right? So there's many different reasons why people may want to reach out to creators that they like to watch. 2 emails is fine. Awesome. Thanks, Dirt Princess. Oh, that's a good one, Karen. To Heidi, if you've got some noise, tidy up on your editing software. Try that. Otherwise, you may want to put text on screen. Yeah, editing software might be able to help you with that. And yes, if that's a good point, and I should have picked up on that. Heidi said you've already recorded it. So if you're now dealing with audio that you're not sure you can fix, you can try some things in your editing software if your editing software allows that. And again, DaVinci Resolve has lots of cool tools in there. But yeah, you can definitely put on-screen text. Or if it's the whole thing and the audio is just barely listenable, you can't understand anything, then maybe you want to caption that video. Maybe on screen for a lot of the text. That'd be a lot more work. Again, depending on the software that you use to edit your videos, some editing software will do that almost automatically. But yeah, no, good idea, Karen. Rob, put links in emails for your how-to videos, like set up a page and banners. Yeah, I could do that. Actually, that's not a bad idea for those who haven't started that yet. So links to get started. Yeah, I recently made a video on how to upload a banner. I've got one on how to make thumbnails. Again, you don't even have to worry about that if you don't want to. Yeah, that's something else. I never mentioned that in this video, in this live. When you upload a video to YouTube, it's better if you upload a thumbnail as well, but you don't have to. Like, YouTube will pick one, and it doesn't do a great job at picking one. It's like a random screenshot from somewhere within your video. That becomes your thumbnail if you don't upload one with it. But I can include links on how to upload a video for those who want to. Someone near me often does woodworking. That is hard to block out. Yeah, that would be. That would be challenging. Yeah. 2 emails are fine. Perfect. Try Adobe Podcast Enhancer to knock out the background noise. It's free. It's a website. Huh. All right. Thank you for that. Adobe Podcast Enhancer. There you go. Give that a try, Heidi. Scott, I had to pause, and now I have Rob at 1.25x speed to catch up. He's on hyper mode. Should I start speaking more slowly for you, Scott? Oh, I've got no more water. I have to slow down. The audio isn't horrible. It just sounds a bit crackly at times. Sometimes not others. That's what is making me think my laptop speakers. That would be my guess, laptop speakers, but what I might do if I were you, Heidi, well, I mean, if it's not bad, I mean, it's there, you don't love it, you could just put one little comment on screen, maybe a couple seconds in, and have it last for maybe 3 seconds or something. Apologies for the audio in this video. I'll have it fixed for next time, or something funny like that. I've done that before. But then what you might want to do is just do a test video, do a test recording, maybe unseat your receiver, plug it back in, try the suggestions we had, do a test recording and see if you still get the same result. Maybe it is your speakers, or maybe it was just a bad connection. Adobe Podcast is free and amazing. Really? Okay. I've never used it. I should check it out. If any of you are using Final Cut Pro like me, be sure to use voice isolation on your clips. It's in the audio tools section for each clip. Good one, Scott. Thanks for the tip. Adobe Audition will also separate the audio from the video. Yes, actually it does. I used to use Audition, and I could just drag in the video, but it only brings in the audio, which is perfect for what I was doing. I deleted all my audio off, Scott. If it sounds good on your phone, I would think the master file is okay, and it may just be your PC. That makes sense. Upload it to YouTube as private and listen to it on your TV. Yeah, perfect. There you go. That's what to do, Heidi. Listen to Lisa. Question: it has not been uploaded yet, just cast into my TV. I recorded it on my iPhone Pro 13. I think you asked a question earlier. I don't know what you asked. DaVinci is a great editing suite, but it is super heavy on using computer resources. Yeah, it's very involved, and some people love it. Especially those who really want to get into the color grading and color correcting and all that stuff, which I don't do. I just do I adjust my saturation and my contrast and my brightness. Those are the 3 dials you get in Camtasia. Very simple, but people tell me they like the look of my videos, so that's what I keep doing. I don't need to boost colors any more than that. I make my video, then separate the audio, then run it through Adobe Podcast Enhancer. Perfect. Very similar to what I used to do. Make the video, separate the audio, run it through Adobe Audition, and I had like a preset set up to enhance the audio a little bit better. Not to fix things, but just to, I think I boosted the bass and boosted the highs a bit and lowered the mids. Added a bit of compression. Yeah, I love it when creators have voiceover. When their audio goes south, they can just talk over the bad parts as the original video runs. Yeah. Good Wi-Fi router for live streams in a 30 by 15 room. I'm not going to be able to help you with that. Maybe somebody else here can, but I don't really know. All I will say is whatever you use for, if you're using Wi-Fi and you want to live stream, do a test. Like, it'll work best the closer you are to the router, the antennas, I guess. But do a speed test. Like, go to speedtest.net or something like that and run a test to see what upload speed you're getting. Download doesn't matter so much. Download is only for watching things, watching YouTube, looking at websites, watching Netflix. Upload is for live streaming. You're sending stuff up to the internet. So you want, I would say you'd want at least 10 megabits per second upload speed. I think technically 6 or 6.5 is all you need for streaming at 1080p, which is what I'm doing here. So test that. And if you don't get those numbers, then try to move closer to it. Ideally, plug in. Plug in is always better than Wi-Fi. Not always, but, well, yeah, I think always. Rob the DJ, boosting the mids and boosting the mids and compression, then casually takes a drink. Yeah, I would if I had any drink left, but it's gone. DJ Rob. Well, unless anybody else has any other questions, I might just stick a fork in this and say it's done. Any other questions? Should I put this? I don't need to put that back on screen anymore. You can rewind and see it at some point. Yeah, so join the challenge. If you're new here, if you just showed up, then running a 30-day challenge, it starts next week. If you want to join it, click the link either in the description below, in the chat that I've got pinned on the side, or scan the code that's on the screen right here. That'll take you to the sign up page where you can join. And it looks like, I suppose I could have done that earlier. It looks like that. Okay, there it is. That'll take you to this page here. If none of the links are working for you, you can just type in robthemaritimer.com/put-yourself-out-there. Put yourself out there with dashes. And that'll take you to this page, and you can sign up for it. 30-day challenge. Starts next Tuesday. Next week I'll have 2 live streams, Tuesday and Friday. And the first challenge, or the first weekly challenge starting next week, will be to just film yourself and get used to filming yourself. Do a practice one. But then you're going to have 3 videos posted by the end of this challenge, if all goes well. And we're going to encourage each other in Creators Cove. So when you sign up, if you've not already joined Creators Cove, you will be joined by signing up. And you can go in there and chat about it, right? It's I can put that on screen too, actually. If I go here, so this is what Creators Cove looks like. I just drag this over here a bit so you can see it all, and if I can get that off the screen. Okay, so it's chat rooms, right? And the free rooms are all here. There's other groups that I have for the courses that I run and the mentorship, but what you want to look for is this Put Yourself Out There challenge. Click there, and you can see my pinned post, and we've already got some posts coming in, the people from this live, and you can learn more about it here. All right? So, okay, people, awesome. People are signing in and talking. Love it. So that's Creators Cove. If you ever stuck and you want to know how to get there to Creators Cove, you can just go to my website right here, robthemaritimer.com, and there's a link up here, Creators Cove. Click that. That'll bring you in here to latest posts, but But then you can go down here. All right, that's how you find it. So I asked if there were any more questions. I should actually check if anybody... I am on holiday since Friday till the 12th. Don't think it's possible visiting the live stream because the internet connection is bad. Oh, that's too bad. But just so you know, you don't have to tune into this live stream if you do the challenge. Okay, I should make that clear. That you don't have to. It's going to be run by email, so you can sign up for it. I'm going to send you instructions by email. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, whether it's an email before the live stream or after it. Probably before. I don't know. Whatever I end up doing. But I'll tell you in the email what to work on that each week. Okay, and then at the end of the week, just kind of a reminder of what you've been working on, and if so up to 2 emails a week, and it's kind of going to be run from there and in Creators Cove. Okay, and these live streams are just going to be, I guess, extra support. Let's talk about how it's going. All right, any questions, and I'll answer any stuff like that. Let's see. Hey, Rob, if your coaching sessions are recorded, it would be interesting to see a short or 2 of someone's session. Just a thought. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I would need to get permission, obviously, but yes, they are. I record all my coaching sessions. They're recorded automatically by fathom.video is what I use. It not only records the sessions, and there's Zoom calls, but it also uses AI to summarize it. And here are action steps. So here's all the questions and so on. It's pretty cool. And it's available like within a minute after the session ends, and both myself and the student are emailed a copy. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, no, I probably could put something together that kind of shows how that, if people are interested. But yeah, I would need to get permission, obviously, from... Couldn't sign up for Creators Cove on mobile. We'll have to on desktop. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why you wouldn't be able to, but yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to on mobile either. I have much more luck on a computer. Muddy Toes Farm, I've been MIA. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. You know what, guys? I'm going to have to go. This has been coming up on 3 hours. I hope you found it helpful. I may not have answered as many questions as normal because I talked a lot about this challenge, but if you have any questions about it, let me know. You can also let us know in Creators Cove. You can send me an email if you want. Whatever. I'm going to put a video out about this tomorrow for those who weren't here, because not everybody shows up to these live streams. We got a lot today, but not everybody. So I'm going to put out a video tomorrow that we'll talk about it as well. All right. For those who are in Canada, happy Canada Day tomorrow. And for those Americans, happy Independence Day on Saturday, I think it is. So our Independence Day is called Canada Day, and it's July 1st. So tomorrow is a holiday for us here in Canada. So happy Canada Day for all you Canadians out there. Heidi loves Fathom. Yes. Ciao, Rob and peeps. Ciao. Ciao, Karen. See you later, everybody. See you later, everybody. I need some water. I'm drying up. I had fun. I hope you guys did too. And I'll see you next time. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.